that owns a calendar probably already knew that, okay? Or a smartphone or whatever.
What was the first thing you said?
A calendar.
A who?
Right, see? A lot of people don't know what they are.
Oh, you mean this thing right here?
Right.
Okay.
Your mobile device. Anyway, good morning. You are watching Weller Does Delmarva. This is a weekly live TV/radio/internet show.
Wow.
Okay, so if you're watching on TV, thank you. We'd love to hear from you. We like feedback. All we need you to do is call us up on the phone and say, hey, I'm watching you from blank blank. And I don't mean the kitchen table or your living room or the back porch. I mean where? Whereabouts are you watching us from?
Town. Like a town.
Town, right, correct, a town. So anyway, 337-7300. You need to write that number down, program it in your phone, put it on your speed dial because there's going to be some different things that we're going to do today. And we're going to have a prize wheel that we're going to spin with free prizes. One of the prizes that you might win is a brand new kayak, okay? So there's a lot of different things that we're giving away today, but you've got to enter to win. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But first, I just want to tell you we welcome feedback at 337-7300. You won't get a human being. You're just going to get a voicemail, and we just basically want to hear from you and where are you watching or listening from. Now, I want to first talk about Walls Service Center because the young man sitting next to me is Colin Walls.
Hey, can I mention something real quick, though?
Real quick.
They want to friend you on Facebook also because if they're not friends with you on Facebook, they just missed out on something this morning. You did a Facebook Live before we ever went on the air, right? And you've already got calls from it already. So
yeah. So, we've already had phone calls.
Right.
So I wanted to say we are here, and you might want to consider friending me on Facebook. Right. I'm the Jim Weller from Delaware on Facebook, okay?
Right. So back to Walls Service Center.
Walls Service Center, local business, downtown Milford, Delaware, not Milford, Connecticut, okay? Right. Anyway. Tell us what's going on anyway.
Well, a lot of air conditioning work's going on. So we've had a couple warm days. Yep, we've had a couple warm days. People have turned their AC on in their car and it's not worked or it's
and they said, I remember last year it wasn't working right.
Oh, last year.
I thought it was going to fix itself through the winter.
Right. It worked so great through the winter.
Right. I gave it the whole winter off, so I thought it would be back to work better.
Right, and it's still not working.
Still not working.
Right.
So what are their options?
Their options are there's lots of options, but my recommendation is to bring it to Walls Service Center. That's us in Milford, Delaware, 220 Northeast Front Street, right in downtown Milford. We've been working on AC systems for many, many years. I'm the third generation owner. My grandfather started the business. We've been working on air conditioners forever.
And you
I don't remember how long, but forever. As long
as you can remember.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you can remember. And what do you have, like 4 or 5 bays and 4 or 5 machines?
We have 5 bays. We have 5 machines. One of them's an R12 machine. So we can
R12, R2D2.
Do R12, which is the old refrigerant.
Okay. So if it's an older vehicle.
Right, yeah, and we can convert that to the new.
Really?
Yeah, but we can.
You like pump the old out and put something new in?
Exactly. We can recycle it out of the car because you can't release it into the air.
Oh, you can't.
Highly illegal.
Can you put it in the water?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's highly illegal. It needs to go from containment to containment. Right.
Okay. And you know how to do that.
Yeah, we've got all the equipment to do that. That's all in our AC machines. Most shops have 1 AC machine for the entire shop. We have 5 AC machines.
Oh, so that way, no worries. You're going to get them in soon and take care of them.
If one happens to go down, we've got
another one right there.
If we need to have 3 or 4 cars hooked up, whatever, no problem.
Wow. You're in it to win it.
We are. Yeah, I mean, and it's just a big part of what we do in the summertime is a lot of air conditioning work.
All you do, you don't sell cars and work on cars on the side, and you don't do this and work on cars, and you don't sell tires and work on cars. You actually work on cars for a living.
Right. We're an auto repair shop.
Full service facility.
Exactly. Yep. So, and we do everything from changing a light bulb on up to replacing an engine.
Okay.
We've got an engine replacement.
Do you have to make an appointment? Like, let's say I'm getting ready to go through inspection here, not today because they're closed, okay? But, let's just say it's the end of the month, and Monday
I'm going to
I want to be first in line on Monday. But let's say it's Monday, and I want to go through inspection. I don't want to drive to Georgetown or Dover and then find out, daggone it, I've got a tail light out or something. How long do somebody have to wait for you to squeeze them in to do that? I mean,
usually you can just pull right in, and we can send somebody out. We can check the lights on it and see if all your lights are working.
So
check
somebody's
your horn,
listening.
check your wipers,
what if they don't deal with you already?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be a customer. That's a good way to become a customer.
Okay, but you're saying literally, honestly, you're at what, 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Saturday today we'll be open at 8 o'clock. We're there till noon.
Okay. So somebody literally, honestly, could drive in and say, look, I'm going to go through inspection next day or two. Could you do me a favor? Could you look over my headlights?
Give me a solid.
Give me a solid. Yeah, in other words, or do me a solid, whatever it's called. But anyway, could you look at my wipers and could you
Right.
check my headlights,
Sure.
and turn signals? And, of course, it's hard to check your brake lights by yourself.
Oh,
so
you've got to
anyway,
be so fast.
so fast. Yeah, you got to put your foot on the brake and run back there and check it.
Right
so,
before the lights
So you
go
do
out.
all that. Is there a charge?
There's no charge for
I
checking
guess if you
that
need a
out.
bulb or something.
Well,
there'd be
we've got a charge for the bulb,
Right.
the parts, or if you need wipers, we'd have to charge for that. But there's no charge for checking it out.
Okay.
Even if you say, well, I've got my own bulbs, I'm going to put it in myself. We
Just
don't
tell
like
me
that,
if they
but
work or
you
not.
can do it.
Right. You like to make a something for waiting on
Right.
somebody. All right. 422-8110, 220 Northeast Front Street, and we are getting ready. Drum roll.
And opinions expressed do not necessarily.
Drum roll,
reflect
everybody.
the staff,
I can't even hear the
management,
drum. We need a
or
drummer in here.
Delaware 105.9.
Oh my gosh, we're going to go live now on the radio. I'm so excited. Are you?
This is fun times.
This is fun times.
Oh, yeah.
Fun times at
Seems like we
Weller.
just did it a week
Weller's.
ago.
Yeah, it seems like it was just a week ago we did this. Good morning, everybody. Now we're talking to the entire world, okay? So we're live on Delaware 105.9 for starters. You can listen on the radio there. You can go to Delaware 105.9's website and listen on the stream. You can go to wellerdoesdelmarva.com and watch us or listen to us there live. But you also can go back later. If you're listening, you say, man, I don't want to miss nothing. I don't know what them clowns or them guys are going to say. So you want to know.
Well, I think Brandon's in training for smoke signals here soon, too, so you'll
We're
send
gonna
them
be
out that
sending
way.
out smoke signals.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, but right now you can listen on the radio, listen on the radio station stream. You can watch it at wellerdoesdelmarva.com now or later. And then you can watch us on TV. We are live on My Cozy TV, which is Comcast 204, Mediacom 99, and over the air at 31.2. Other than that, I guess you could just come here and look through the windows too.
Sure.
If you want. The store's not open yet, but we've got a full show. Full. I don't know how big the screen is, but it's a full show. This is Colin Walls sitting next to me from Walls Service Center. Then I'm going to have Brooks talk to me a little bit, Brooks Ritter. And then I'm going to have the Weller's prize wheel, as you can see it. Now, there's some catches to this. Some people call them hoops. See this wheel in the background? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. This wheel in the background, here's what you got to do. All right? Everybody loves jumping through hoops.
Yes.
Anyway, so here's the deal. You got to dial 337-7300. Okay? And you got to say, my name is, and here's my phone number. Leave your number twice. First thing you're thinking is, does that mean you're going to call me back twice? No. When you leave your number twice, it just means we want to make sure we get it. All right? Then you got to guess a number. Number 1 through, how many is there, Brooks?
12.
All right, 1 through 12. So they have how many choices, Brooks?
12.
Okay. All right. Anyway,
He's sharp.
he's on it. So you got to dial 337-7300. And then you got to say, I guess number whatever. All right? They shouldn't guess beyond what number?
12.
Okay. So number 1 through
12.
okay, is what you're guessing. If you're the first one to guess that number, when we spin the wheel and it lands on that number, you'll be the winner of the prize. Okay?
I hope you had a pen and paper writing all this stuff down.
You
at
need a
home.
stenographer or whatever it's called. Now you say, oh, we got the callers. I probably had, look where they're calling from.
Wow, Pennsylvania. Wow.
Thank you. All right. So anyway, I want to tell you what some of the prizes are, but I've lost my list. Okay, I can't tell you the numbers, all right? So I'll hold my finger over that so nobody can see it. But some of the prizes are, and you're saying, why are you doing this? We're doing it for the fun of it, okay? There's no money involved being made here, all right?
Wait a minute.
Okay, we're doing it for the fun of it.
I'm not getting paid, you're saying.
You're not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. Brooks is getting paid. Brandon's getting paid. I hope Colin the Second's getting paid.
Eventually.
Eventually. Okay, he's an intern.
All in due time.
All right. But some of the prizes are, okay, this is exactly what you need to do, folks, because there's only 12 possibilities. So you got to be the first one to guess that number, all right? Because one of the prizes is a Weller's discount card, okay? All right, we sell them for normally like $15, so that's one of the prizes. Another one of the prizes is a T-shirt from That Granite Place or Weller's, okay?
There you go.
So then another prize is an extension cord, a 15-foot extension cord. Another prize is 6 pair of socks, and the first thing you're thinking is, are they Brooks's old socks or are they new socks? They're brand new, 6 pair of socks. Then a kayak, No paddle now, okay? Just a kayak. So we're going to give away absolutely free, if the wheel lands on the right number, a brand new kayak, okay? So you're saying I could literally win a kayak today?
Mm-hmm.
You could literally win a kayak today, okay?
Now, can I call in and then guess
No,
a number?
nobody related to anybody that works
man.
here, nobody associated with the show.
How about if you don't get paid for doing this? Can you call in?
I don't know.
Some form of payment?
All right, here we go. The kayak. So you got to be the first one to guess that number. Then there's a holdie pole, and then there is a Weller's wooden nickel. These things are almost like collector's items.
Oh, it's worth a nickel.
It's worth $3. All right, wooden nickel, discount card, coffee mug. A Weller does Delmarva coffee mug. You could win one of them. And a 7-inch tablet.
What?
Brand new 7-inch tablet. So what I'm saying is it's worth the call. 337-7300. What you want to do is you want to say, I picked number whatever. Number what through what, Brooks?
1 through 12.
Okay, and say should not pick past what number?
12.
Okay, so all you got to do is dial 337. As you've heard, the phone has been ringing, but the first 12 people to call and guess the number, then we're going to spin the wheel between 7:30 and 8, okay? I'm going to have a special spinner, okay? This young man has never spun here before, okay? So Barry Adkins from Team Dry Zone is coming to be on the radio, and while he's here, we're going to let him spin for you,
Is
okay?
this going to be a surprise to him?
He may know by now.
Okay.
He may know by now. But anyway, we're getting the callers, and all we're saying is you dial 337-7300. Say, my name is Emil Goulagan. I pick number 18, and if it lands on number 18, Emil, you are the winner of whatever number item I've assigned to number 18. Is that okay?
Yep.
Any questions, Brooks?
No.
Could I have made it any more complicated than that?
Yeah, you
No.
really threw him off when you said 18 because it only goes to 12.
I know. I was testing everybody.
The one thing we won't be able to let you know who won until after the show.
Oh, why? We're not going to stop the show and listen to all the messages?
So
we're-
could there be more than one winner?
I was hoping nobody would figure that question out. Okay? What we're saying is we're going to have 100 phone calls, I can tell.
Okay.
But anyway, could there be more than one winner? How am I going to give away more than one kayak?
I don't know.
You've got me stumped now. Let me call my legal department, okay? Who do I call this early in the morning? It's only one prize per number. I have to think.
Okay.
Can I think a little bit and do some more of the show?
Right. Sorry to put you on
You've
the spot.
messed me up now, okay? Because
Man,
I
that
was just
phone is
thinking.
ringing.
I know, but we're going to have to stop at some point because there's only how many numbers?
12.
12. Brooks has got that down, doesn't he?
He does.
But
All right.
What's not so fun is if you guessed number 10 and so did 6 other people before you.
Well, what am I going to do
That's
in
what
that
I'm
case?
thinking.
I mean, how many kayaks can a man give away in a day?
1.
Depends on how many callers you get, I guess.
Well, I did say the first one.
Okay. Okay.
You got to help me with this because I really don't know what to do
Well, you're
now.
gonna see what
You've
time-
messed me up.
You're going to
Oh,
see.
yeah, everything will have a timestamp to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? So I don't really know what to do. I got to think, do I call my HR department, my legal department, or my wife? I don't know what to do.
I'd go with the
Maybe
wife.
you should just retract it all right now. I didn't mean to say that. It slipped out, all the things. I
I don't know what to do, for real. So you're saying if more than one person guesses the same number,
Right.
but I did say the first person to guess that number.
You did say that, yes. And that you do have what time the calls are coming in.
We probably only have one kayak in stock, right?
We probably have about 200, but we're only going to be giving away 1.
Okay. Are you thinking I should give away more than one item if like so many?
I would
we
stop
said
at
the
200
first 12
kayaks.
Callers.
How about we do this?
200. You have to give away 200 kayaks. This is the last day of the month.
How,
Be
how
the
about,
last day you're in business, you give away 200 kayaks.
how about we do it in
should-
segments, you know? So the first so long, those people, it stops, and those people are only eligible for that spin. And then if we spin later in the show, they can call back again and guess another number.
Yeah, but you may not realize that the phone is ringing a lot.
It is. I hear it.
Okay, so in other words, now we're going to have a, what's that called, a quadandrum?
Conundrum?
We'll just call it a conundrum. Yeah.
We've got a quadundrum or whatever that's called. We need some legal advice here. What are you allowed to do in a contest like this? Because I don't want to give away 200 kayaks if I don't have to.
I would bet that.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I don't want you
Because
to give it
unlike the federal government, if I give stuff away, it actually costs me something. Okay? I mean, in other
But
words, it's
haven't
like
you
a
already
real-
paid for
there's
them?
like a, oh, that's right. I've already paid for them.
So it's free now.
It's free now. What am I thinking? All right, I have to think about this. Is that okay?
Yes, you need to get on with the show.
I need to get on with the show because now I'm on a rabbit trail.
Right.
Okay? And there's rabbit droppings all over the trail. Okay? All right. Have I told everybody we're on
Definitely on the
TV,
road course.
radio, and streaming? All right. If I turn the phone off, will the calls quit coming in?
You don't want that to happen.
Okay. All right. What did I say next? Did I happen to say Barry from Team Dry Zone is going to be here?
Yes, you
I'm
did.
going to put it all on Barry.
Okay.
I'm going to make him figure out what we're going to do.
Right.
Okay?
Good idea.
But guess who else is going to be on? Another great guy.
yeah.
I've never been on before. Gary Corman, Millman's Appliances.
Right.
I'm very excited to have him
Great
on,
local
okay?
business for many,
Yep,
many
very
years. Been around a
tall,
long time.
man of stature, real tall guy. You'll see when he gets here. Okay? But anyway,
We'll bring him same kind of chair as you.
same kind of chair. I had to switch chairs this morning because my chair was too low, too close to the ground. But anyway, Gary Corman's going to be on from Millman's Appliances. He'll be on from 8 to 8:30, okay? And then from 8:30 to 9, I've got Sean from First Class Heating and
Great.
Air. We got a full show.
You got a loaded show today.
Loaded show.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a technical difficulty already, all right? Okay.
I don't know if I'd call that technical.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel two
I call it
times today.
financial.
Or
We're gonna spin the
procedural.
wheel. I do need to make this clear, okay? We're going to spin the wheel two times. The first time is going to be between 7:30 and 8. Colin's going to spin it because he likes to spin it. Okay? There it is in the background, everybody. What? What are you pointing at?
The microphone up top.
Oh,
That's
the
the hand
microphone.
There you go.
Oh, Brooks, you are so sharp. Everybody that's watching is saying that was a great idea, Brooks.
I try.
Okay.
That's my one for
Anyway,
today.
All right, that's it. He's done. All right, so we're going to spin the wheel twice. So the first time it'll be Barry from Team Dry Zone. We'll spin it after he's done with his little segment, okay? So you got to call before then because after he spins, no more people can get into that one.
Okay.
All right? Now, we're going to spin it again by Sean from First Class. And none of these guys even know they're participating in this, all right? They never knew they were going to get in this big major lawsuit thing just for showing up. Because we still haven't decided are we giving away more than one thing or not.
Right.
All right? Now, 2 times to win. So you have to call before we spin the wheel the first time.
Okay.
And then you have to call before we spin the wheel the second time. The good thing is he's steady checking the voicemails and writing them down now. Is that right?
Yes, he is.
Here we go. We are very organized now, all right? We've got a team of people on standby. All right. Spin the wheel to win. I've already said that, right?
Yep.
Did I mention that granite place?
You have not yet.
I haven't? Can I do it now?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. This is another one of our great friends as well as advertisers, okay? We'll call him supporters. He supports the show. His name is Mark Johnson, that granite place in Bridgeville. Now you say, I've seen that place. I've never seen so many slabs of granite. I don't know if it's granite, and he's got quartz and marble and all this stuff. But they're huge. Some of them are as tall as I am, okay? Some of them are even taller than me, all right? So they're huge, though. And then when you look at them, there's one, then there's another one that's very similar to it, and then another one. And the reason is because they got these, I don't know if you call them veins or whatever, but these patterns to them. So it's very important that you have the first one and the second one and the third one. So if you have a countertop or whatever and you want that pattern to continue, you have the series of them right in a row. Where some places they'll try to sell you this stuff from a book or from the internet or without this kind of selection, but not Mark. He prides himself on having the largest selection around, probably the largest selection in Delaware, locally owned, locally operated company. You're not going to be dealing with somebody from another state or whatever. I mean, right here down the road in Bridgeville, and got quite a team of people there, and they deliver and install, and they'll come out and measure and help you design the kitchen of your dreams, whether you're remodeling or whether you're building a brand new house. If you're dealing with a certain contractor, just say, hey, I want to deal with that granite place. If you want to go there, you can go there today. They open at 9. They're open from 9 to 2 today. So if you want to talk about a new countertop or something like that, vanity or whatever, and you want it to be made out of granite, marble, or quartz, they are your place. Largest selection around, about 1,000 slabs, free in-home estimates, hands-on showroom and design center. You can actually see them. You know, you can look through the door or the window or whatever and see how they're making it. And they take real pride in it. I see them out there buffing and grinding, and where the seam is, I'm like, where is the seam? I can't even see it. It's almost seamless.
It's a craft.
It's a craft, right? Correct. They're artisans, I guess you would say.
There you go.
Artisans. I knew that's what I was going to say. But anyway, it's a hands-on showroom and design center. You can build your own countertops online. That's kind of neat, in other words. And they work with a lot of different contractors. I already mentioned that. So, who are they? It's thatgraniteplace.com. Where are they? Right on Route 13 in Bridgeville. Give them a call, 337-7490, 337-7490 on the web. It's thatgraniteplace.com. And if you were to win one of the T-shirts, in fact, I'm going to make this one easy.
Okay.
This black T-shirt is free to the first person that calls and says, I want it. How's that?
Wow.
Okay, that's the back, and that's the front. So if you would like this T-shirt, all you have to do is call 337-7300 and say, I'd like that black T-shirt.
And they should mention whether they saw it on TV or heard it on the radio.
Right, look, it's one size fits all. See how nice it fits?
Right.
Here, let me put it on exactly for you. But anyway, there's the front, there's the back. It's absolutely free to the first person that calls me right now and says, I would like to have that T-shirt, okay? If you snooze, you lose.
Snooze, lose. Yep.
Snooze, you
Love
lose.
these deals.
337-7300 is my number. 337, there's the caller right there.
All right.
All right, so I presume they're going to take that T-shirt. But anyway, so thatgraniteplace.com, and their phone number is 337-7490. Thank you for playing along, whoever got the T-shirt. Now, can I mention one of my crazy, crazy specials?
Sure.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, please.
I've been waiting
Don't
all
be so
morning for it.
encouraged.
I haven't heard any specials yet.
Okay, this
None
one
of
is
these work.
crazy. This one you got to spend some money, folks.
Okay.
Extension cords. Never seem to have enough of them. In other words, never seem to have enough. This is a 25-foot extension cord, okay? And it's, what is the size of it? 16 gauge.
16 gauge,
What's
yeah.
that 3 mean? Do you know,
It's
Colin?
3 wires.
3 wires?
Yeah.
So it has a ground wire.
Exactly.
Okay. So I got to thinking, what's a good deal on this, in other words? So I went to everybody's favorite place, Walmart. Okay?
Some people's favorite place.
Well,
Sure.
people that like to shop in their pajamas.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Because there's like a dress code at most places. All right. Is the phone going to stop ringing today?
Don't know.
Okay. So anyway, $21.32 at Walmart.
Right.
All right? So I'm going to give you a deal that's real. This is not free. It's a brand new 25-foot heavy-duty extension cord, okay? And I'm going to sell them for $10. $10.
Wow.
$10.
$10.
That's less than
Less than
half
half.
of that.
Less than half of Walmart.
Wow.
You take that, Walmart. Zing. That's a zinger. It's a zinger. We need sound effects here. So if anybody's listening and they would like to help support my cause, it's cause I want to make some money. Okay? That's my cause. All right?
Because.
All right. Brand new extension cord. We're really, truly trying to do some business here today. But you have to do one thing.
Okay.
Guess what the one thing is?
Send you an email.
No, they got to call me.
Call you. Okay.
Call me. Not an email. I'm not that technologically inclined. All right? 337-7300 if you want an extension cord. You can buy one. You can buy two. You can buy up to 10.
Wow.
$10 a piece. It's a real deal.
It is.
So are you saying, what's wrong with them? Nothing. They're brand new. I'm just doing an experiment. I want to see if anybody will call me and say, I'll take 1 to 10 extension cords. $10 a piece. Half price of Walmart.
250 feet of cord for
Yeah.
$100.
No,
Good.
25 feet.
No. You can get 10 of them.
Oh,
10
okay.
times 25 is 250 feet.
Right. For how much?
$100.
$100.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need these quizzes right now. I'm doing
Okay.
a live TV, radio, internet show. I'm already nervous. I'm,
Okay, I know. I see
I'm
you
trembling
sweating.
inside. I'm sweating. Inside of my ears are sweating. All right. 337-7300 if you want an extension cord. I'm not going to force you to buy one, okay? So I'm probably not making any money on that thing. Now, what is next? I think I'm going to talk to Brooks for just a minute. Brooks, can you talk to me?
Sure, I can talk to
All
you.
right. Now, you're not aware of this offer, okay? But this is a crazy offer. Are you ready? It's the last day of the month, and I'm desperate.
Sure.
How many trailers do I have to sell to match last year this month?
8.
8. All right. Well, I want to sell a dozen trailers today, not just 8.
I would
okay?
love to sell a dozen today.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a today only offer. It's a 16-foot landscape trailer, okay? So how long is it, Brooks?
16 feet,
All right. How wide between the fenders?
76 inches.
So it's 76 inches wide by 16 foot long. It has a ramp gate, a treated wood floor. It has electric brakes on both axles.
That's correct.
Very important because a lot of our competitors sell trailers with electric brakes on one axle. This is electric brakes on both axles, okay?
Yep.
All right. $2,297, $2,297. Now, here's what I'm going to do to sweeten the deal, all right? And you got to call and say, I'm going to come get one today. Got to buy it today. Paid in full today, all right?
Yep.
Going to give you for free a Works blower. I don't even know where it is. It's behind me. A Works blower. I'm going to give you a kayak, and I'm also going to give you a spare tire and wheel. So here's the deal. You're going to get the trailer for $2,297. I'm going to give you a Works blower. I'm going to give you a spare tire and wheel, and I'm going to give you a kayak. And you're thinking one of those three? I'm going to give you all three items if you'll buy that trailer today. Okay?
Wow, that's a great deal.
I've never done anything like that before in my life. I hope somebody/nobody takes advantage of that, okay?
I need about
I
12
want
of
to
them.
sell a trailer, but I have to be honest with you. If you listen to what I just said, that was an unbelievable offer, okay? 337-7300 if you want to be eligible for that. Got Barry from Dry Zone in the house. He'll be coming up in just a few minutes, but I want to talk real quick about my accountant. Man, it's that time of year. You got your taxes done. You either owed or got them back. Luff and Associates is who I deal with. Been a great company. I've dealt with them, 25 plus years. But the one thing they do other than accounting is they do payroll. They offer payroll services for businesses. So if you happen to own a business and you have some employees, 2 employees or 102 employees or 202 employees, they have a system called Easy Payroll. They're located in 3 different towns. They're in Milford, they're in Dover, and they're in Rehoboth, and they can help you with your payroll-related things. You say, well, I already have an accountant, but I don't deal with George Luff and his staff. That's okay. You can have another accountant, and they still can do your payroll. So if you need help with payroll, you're tired of trying to keep up with it all, give them a call, 422-9699, 422-9699. That's Luff and Associates, whether you need accounting work or whether you want help with your payroll or you have any tax-related type questions or needs, they are a good company to deal with. 422-9699. On the web, it's luffcpas.com, luffcpas.com. Brooks, did I miss anything?
You got another ad here to talk
Man,
about.
I'll tell you what, though. We've had the callers, and I
We
want to
have.
give
That
you that
phone has been
number one
ringing.
more time because you've got to enter before we spin the wheel. So Barry's going to be coming on after 7:30, talking about Dry Zone, and then when he's done, we're going to spin the prize wheel. You have to dial 337-7300 and pick a number from 1 to 12, and if you're the first person to pick that number and it matches up to something, you're going to win. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
All right, and one of the prizes is a 7-inch tablet. The other prize is a 8-foot kayak, and then there's T-shirts, and there's wooden nickels, and there's Weller discount cards, and holdie poles, and socks, and all kinds of stuff. We're going to take a quick break from the radio. So for the radio audience, go to WellerDoesDelmarva.com and watch us during the break on the radio, and we'll be right back with more Weller Does Delmarva. Now, for those of you watching on Cozy TV and on the stream, good morning. It's been an action-packed show. We are going to be spinning the wheel in a little bit. All the people that called, I bet we've had 40, 50 phone calls this morning. We want to say thank you. We've got to listen to all them and process them, and it's going to take a while, so we can't do it till we're done with the show. But we want to let you know that you're in. You're in.
It's a highly scientific process.
It's a highly scientific process. Highly scientific, okay? Now, what I want to talk about next is, do you want to talk about this right here?
Sure, we can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I want to talk about is advertising on this show. We've had a lot of response to it, so we're getting back to everybody as we can. We are somewhat busy, but we'll get to you. But only a few opportunities left. So here's the deal. You can buy some TV ads right here during this show, but you can also buy them during the Dan Gaffney Show Monday through Friday from 5:30 to 7 in the morning. Very busy time. People are getting up, getting dressed. Good time to be on TV, okay? So if you're viewing, and you say, look, I have a business. I have some product I want to sell. I have a service that I offer that I want to talk about. Very affordable. You can buy a 30-second commercial,
Right.
a 1-minute commercial, and I think we have to check our math, but we might have one more of these left. It's the 3-minute infomercial. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm just saying that you have many options there. So you can buy.
And with the 3-minute infomercial,
Yes.
you will actually come out to their business
Yes.
and record a
We'll help you.
spot
Me and
for 'em.
Colin will come along, and, well, we're the ones doing it. So, in other words, we'll come to your business, and we'll help you figure out if you say, man, I ain't never done nothing. It's okay. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time.
You don't
with it.
even have to be in it if you don't want to.
You
can
don't
just
have to be.
Jim standing in front of your business, say, I'm
Yep.
here at
Yeah.
wherever you are,
Yeah.
and let's take a look inside. And
Let's take a look. What's
Yeah.
going on? Oh, now the door's locked. No. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you are nervous or you say, I've never been on TV, or you don't think you can afford it, trust me. Trust me. The prices are too low to say on TV. You have to put them in the shopping cart and click checkout to see what the prices are, okay?
minimum advertised price, the map pricing.
Right. So I'm just saying that we're serious. We want to help you promote your business. If you've watched the show, you see we have a good time with it. We have a tremendous amount of viewers and listeners. You're the phone with our silly little contest, and you got to call and do this and do that. You know, we get phone calls.
Brooks is
all
over there
morning.
dialing just as fast as he
Yeah.
can to make it sound like
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to get a robot after we're done with Brooks to dial the numbers robocall. But anyway, we have a lot of fun. And what we're saying is we want to help you. We are businessmen. Colin owns Walls Service Center. I own Weller's Utility Trailers. We want to help you promote your business, your wares, your goods, your services, whatever you offer. I guess as long as you're technically not a trailer store or an automotive repair facility. But other than that, we want to help you get your word out. And we are very affordable. We are less expensive than what you may think, and we will help you through the process. And you don't have to commit to a big budget. It could be a small budget or a big budget, whatever you want. So we have this for sale. Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 7 in the morning on the Dan Gaffney Show, and Saturday mornings, 7 to 9 during this show. We're getting ready to go back live on the radio, so here we go. We
Views of
are
staff,
getting ready
management, or
for our
advertisers of
next
Delaware
guest.
1059.
Our next guest is an unbelievably intelligent man. And, well, welcome back on the radio, and we are live on TV as well as on the stream, and there's just a lot going on here. And the next guy we're going to talk to is almost a genius, okay? Almost, all right? How close to being a genius is he, Brooks? Look, Brooks, man, he stuttered at that one, didn't he?
Well, I was wondering who that next guest was going to be.
It is Barry Adkins, everybody, from Dry Zone, all right? One of the smartest men I've ever met. Now, that's on a big, long list of men, okay? But anyway, Barry, how you holding up?
I'm good. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Are you having any fun?
I had a great time.
Really? How was the ride over?
It was
Up,
beautiful.
over, wherever you came from.
It was an
Spent the night in the
adventurous.
parking lot.
Right. Didn't you see me out there? I was by the silver trailer.
So you work for Dry Zone.
Absolutely.
All right. Or another way to say it is Dry Zone tolerates you.
Absolutely. They're
Okay.
very good at that.
They're very good at that. So we're talking about Dry Zone. Their worldwide headquarters happens to be in Ellendale in that big red barn with the big white roof on the red barn.
Absolutely.
All right. So anyway, what do you got for me today? Or
Well,
do
today-
you want to describe Dry Zone, however?
Well, one of the things we're talking about is
You're going to want me to give this phone number out. I know. it.
absolutely.
All right.
We're going to talk about our Everlast finished wall restoration systems, and this
All
is
right.
used in basements.
Okay.
And typically, when we hit this, is when they had a nice finished basement and their sump pump failed, and we
Or
come
the
in.
rain gutter moved and
It's just
they've
disaster.
got water damage.
So what we do is we come in there and,
This is sheetrock, evidently.
well, it's better. It's not sheetrock. It's a special product.
You need help there?
I always need help.
All
That's-
right. Now, I've seen this before.
Now, what's nice about that product is,
So if your grandkids roller skate in the basement,
or if they want, or, they get the crayons out or the
Oh,
pencils
yeah.
out, go ahead and write on that thing.
really?
Yeah, just
You got
and-
me nervous.
I am too.
All right. There you go. It's always going to be there, Barry.
Right. So now we've written on that, and what
Okay.
happens
Oh, well,
is,
let's show it.
so if we were on drywall, that would
Drywall.
be.
Here, let's go over to the drywall and write on it.
Well, right. And then all you do is you take a damp cloth.
Get out of here. You're going to tell me it wipes off?
Right.
It does, everybody. I can't believe it.
And look, it didn't change
Now-
the finish.
If you have kids or grandkids, you can relate to this. Okay, you don't have to repaint the room.
No repainting of the room.
All right. So what you're saying is this is something you would use in a basement in lieu of sheetrock.
Correct. So this is
Okay.
a non-organic material.
Oh, that means it won't mold.
Well, no mold will grow on it. If it gets wet again, who cares?
So
Everything's
if this
plastic
gets
and vinyls.
wet and it dries out, it'll look just like that.
Look just like that. It won't change.
No kidding.
And
Man,
and then to
gosh.
prove it, what we're going to do is if it's,
what are we going to do?
we're going to have you involved in a little test here.
Okay, here we go.
And that little baggie is a piece
Right.
of drywall.
Can I take it out?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a
Fresh
piece of
cut and
drywall.
destroying.
Folks, this is live, unrehearsed, even though we look like professionals. Okay. This is a piece of dry rock. Sheetrock. I'm thinking of that granite place.
He's got to hold up our little teleprompter better.
All right. This is a piece of sheetrock.
Right.
All right.
And then this is a piece of our wall restoration system by Everlast.
Oh, wow. All right. So what are we going to do?
So in each one, is,
We've wrote on the one, and it are.
we're going to put each one in a little Ziploc bag, and
All
we're going to put some water in it, and then each week we're
Get
going to take
out
a
of
look
town.
at it and see what happens.
Really?
Yes.
All right. So I take this and pour some water in it.
Yep.
Here we go, everybody.
Here you go. Let's
Let's
do
hope
that.
the bag has no holes in it.
I took them all out. That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough. That's enough. Easy, Jim. Easy. Seal it up.
Seal it up,
There it is. So this is documentation.
and we'll do the same thing for the Everlast panel.
Well, that's going to mess that piece of sheetrock up.
It will.
What's going to mess this stuff up too?
Nah.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Barry.
enough. That's enough.
Oh my gosh, I'm an overproducer.
That's
Too much water. All right. So what are you saying is
So what we're going
they
to see.
both got water in them.
They got water, and you can already see the challenge that the drywall's having with the paper sucking up the water there. But what's going to happen
Well,
is,
it is, isn't it?
Um,
Well, this isn't.
no. And then next week we'll take a look at it and
Well,
we'll
it's only
see.
been a minute or two.
Oh, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take
Man,
long to
that
ruin that.
drywall or sheetrock is sucking it up like a sponge.
And that's what we don't want to put back in.
So
a
what
basement.
is this called?
That is-
Sheetrock is organic,
Yes, there's paper
and
and,
then this is non-organic.
non-organic.
Okay, so you don't want anything organic near water,
Correct. 'cause-
unless it's a plant.
and it can be correct.
Okay.
And it
Unless
could
you're
be.
growing
It doesn't have to be
tomatoes.
water standing like that. It could be just humidity.
Oh, or even condensation against the cement
Correct.
wall or something like that.
There's some people's homes they don't even know they have something going on behind their basement wall, finished wall.
Well, how would they know?
Usually, sometimes it might be an odor.
Okay.
A musty, dusty odor.
Musty, dusty odor. What's
And,
a musty, dusty odor look like?
You can't see it. It just has a bad odor.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, go on. So, you go ahead. I keep interrupting you. I'm
You're
too
fine.
excited. This stuff.
So
Every
the-
time I talk to you,
So
it's
when we come
amazing.
to finish your basement, you know, to
Right.
fix your basement because your pump leak broke down or your drainage system failed, we put the correct system in.
Right.
Well, we cut the wall at 32 inches so that we can.
Oh, like chair rail.
It's a chair rail height. So that way, the finished piece has the chair rail and the base system, so people really won't know.
Really?
And the color that's made is designed to match any of the colors you
I
have.
call that neutral.
It's a neutral
I'm
color.
quite a designer.
Absolutely.
Okay, look at my clothes.
And then, but we have to cut out the bad drywall to be able to.
So
fix
you can
our-
do that. In other words,
Mhm.
when I think of dry zone, I just think of crawl space encapsulation
Mm-hmm.
or sump pumps or something like that. You're saying, no. This is a whole other thing we do. We could go
Absolutely.
into a basement, and we can literally take that sheetrock out,
Mhm.
and we can then put this in. And if you ever do have a leak or condensation or whatever, no worries.
You're done. And if they actually want to see it, they stop into the big red barn.
Right.
We actually have that in our wall system
I
in
saw
the building.
that there. Yeah.
Because we can do the full wall or half wall, whichever you
Really?
desire.
Oh, that's right. I saw that too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Can you literally take a baseball bat to this?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So this
I
is
meant
a
to bring my little
non-
hammer and hit it so because
Okay.
it doesn't dent.
This is a non-organic. You brought your hammer with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that prepared?
All right. Non-organic versus organic. So what are we going to do? Keep this from week to week?
You're going to hold on to that so they don't think I'm tampering with it. And then
Okay.
next Saturday we'll take a peek at
We're
it
going
and
to
see
seal
what's
it in
happening.
the vault, everybody. All right. Now,
A controlled experiment here.
let's give out your phone number, Barry. I got it right here. I know it starts with, it's toll free. As a fact.
Absolutely.
Let's do that one. 866-471-7962. That's 866-471-7962. Call, and they will set you up an appointment with Mr. Barry Adkins. I've got to know him real good guy, honest, friendly, not pushy. So you would come out to somebody's house, whether they have a problem or have no idea if they have a problem,
Absolutely. We'll talk to them
and
and
assess their situation.
absolutely.
You're the assessor.
I can be.
All right. And do you give a quote right then and there?
We do.
Okay. But you don't expect people, some people would make a decision, right?
Some
But you're
do.
not sitting there strong-arming them.
No.
Okay.
if they
All
wish
right.
to move forward, we'll gladly.
And
set
if
them
they
up.
want to be strong-armed, you will.
Yep.
Okay. That's optional, right?
And no charge.
No charge. Dryzone.com.
Yep.
All right.
World
Now,
Wide Web.
anything else you want to say?
That we are,
Before we cut you off.
looking for great people.
Oh, help wanted, man. You are growing like crazy.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we have all positions. Actually, stop in the store, drop off your resume.
I would like to be the general manager or the president of the company. Okay.
We can work that out.
All right. Anyway, I'd like to start at noon, take an hour for lunch, and go home at 1.
Well, that's the hours I'm shooting for.
Oh.
Not really.
Dryzone.com. Can they apply online or at least
Yes.
learn about it online?
Go to the career section of dryzone.com and
Wow.
fill out the
Great company.
information.
You love working there, don't you?
Oh, it's awesome. They're a lot of fun.
I've met a lot of the people. I mean, everybody there seems very happy.
It's a great family business, and
Yep.
it's still growing.
Locally owned, locally operated. All right. I want to switch gears if you're done.
I'm ready.
I'm too excited. Okay. All right. We want you to play along with something. Were you done with Dry Zone?
I'm
I
done.
Want to make. I don't want to cut you short.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. Now, that was the Dry Zone part. All right. Next is we're going to play a game. We're going to have some fun. We're going to need you to spin the prize wheel.
Oh, I don't know if
Okay.
I've been trained for that.
Well, it's a highly trained skill. In some states, it's probably unionized. But anyway, we've got this wheel so people that are looking past my left shoulder can see it. And this is where people have been calling in, so do not call now. There's going to be another chance, but all the people that have called are in. So we had people call, Barry, and they guessed number 1 through 12, all right?
Okay.
All right, and then we have these prizes, okay? So they're really neat. One of them is a kayak, which a lot of people are like, who in their right mind's giving away a kayak this
Wow.
early in the morning? One is a Weller's discount card, which I think you might have one.
I
or
have one of
seen
those.
them and used
They're
them.
awesome.
Yep. And one would be an extension cord, just a brand new extension cord. One would be a T-shirt. One would be 6 pair of socks. One is a 7-inch Android tablet, brand new tablet. So these are free gifts. They're absolutely free, okay? And the way we're going to do it is the first person to call with that number is going to win that item.
Awesome.
So you've got to spin the wheel. So if you would go over there and spin the wheel for us,
All right.
we'll tell you when we're ready. So try it just a little bit to make sure you can physically do it, that you're capable. He's capable, everybody.
Should I pass the
All right.
test?
Now, we want you to give that thing a good spin, and we're going to see where it lands.
All right, here
All
we go.
right, so for everybody that called, here is your chance to win something. Ready? Hold the microphone right up there. There we go. Now, it's going to land on number 1 through 12. What number?
Number 2, it looks like. 2.
Now, number 2 is a T-shirt.
All right.
A brand spanking new T-shirt. It could be a That Granite Place T-shirt. It could be a Weller's Utility Trailers T-shirt. And we're going to give you all that you want. In other words, what is so funny, everybody? What?
There was no guesses for 2.
What are you talking about?
Nobody guessed 2.
Nobody guessed number 2? Are you serious? Oh, my gosh. Spin that wheel again. We need a
Uh-oh.
winner.
Here we
We're gonna
go.
spin it again. Are you telling me none of the callers guessed number 2? All right, spin it again, Barry.
Here we go.
What number was it?
Number 7.
Hold on. I got a lot of voicemails here. You're telling me nobody guessed number 2? I think there might be one in there. All right, what number?
7.
Number 7 is a holdie pole. Where is the holdie pole? Give me that little thing right there. I need to hold that up. Yep. That's good enough. This is for hanging your fishing poles on. It's a fishing pole holder rack. Did we have anybody guess that number? How many people? Okay. All right, we're going to give 1 to 1. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to double check our records. If there was a winner on number 2, we will give them that prize. And if there's a winner on what number again? Number 7.
7.
And if we find there was more than one, we'll give everybody something. Okay? Of those. Number 2, if you guess number 2. Number 7, if you guess number 7, you win. Number 7 was the holdie pole, and number 2 was
T-shirt.
a T-shirt. All right? So if we double check our records and find there was more than one winner, every one of those people won. Now, Barry, did you totally understand that?
I got it, I think.
All right, you did a great job of spinning that wheel.
That was my first time. I was
First
nervous.
time.
Thank you.
All right, are you done?
I'm done.
Well, then get out of here.
All right.
Thanks a lot for coming.
And
Team,
you're gonna
go
guard these.
Team Dry Zone.
And you're
All
going
right?
to guard these for next week.
I'm gonna guard them. Yep.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you. Thanks
See
a
you.
lot, Barry. All right, now we're going to do it again, everybody. We're going to do it again. So you have to dial 337-7300. Call as often as you want. Well, you can only call once. 337-7300. Leave your name and number and pick a number 1 through 12, and you will be eligible for the next time we spin that wheel. Is that okay? All
Sounds
right.
good.
It was pretty good. Wasn't quite exactly what I was thinking. Now, can I go back to the trailer special for just a minute? In other words, Brandon's all upset he's missed something. But I got messages in my phone, too, guys, just so you know. But I want to talk about no-nonsense office machines real quick before I forget. Our good friend Rick Fowler over in Georgetown has a business, and it's called No Nonsense Office Machines. And if you have ever dealt with him, there's no question he's a no-nonsense type guy. He's very upfront. He's very honest. He's very personable. And if you own something that you need worked on, and so you say, Jim, what does he work on? Well, here's what he does. It's like a one-stop shopping for all your electronic needs, okay? So that means he works on these things. He works on copiers. He works on computers. He works on laptops or tablets or fax machines. He even works on things like Wii's and Xbox 360s and gaming systems. He works on printers, but he also sells all this stuff. And then he sells it new, but he also sometimes has it in used. And if he has it in used, he's checked it out. So in other words, we are getting the phone calls, okay? So anyway, I'm just letting you know that if you need anything in the electronic world, you need to call Rick Fowler first, or just stop in his business. He has like a showroom there with stuff on display, and he can help you out in any way, shape, or form. So it's called No Nonsense Office Machines. I'm going to give you the phone number. It's 856-7381. 856-7381. 856-7381. It's called No Nonsense Office Machines. They're 2 miles east of the Circle in Georgetown on Route 9, right next to Sports at the Beach Complex. So whether you want to buy something, whether you want to look at something, whether you need something worked on, or you just need some advice on your electronic equipment, Rick Fowler and his team will do a great job for you. So anyway, that is that. Now, we are going to have one more spin of the wheel. It's going to be between 8:30 and 9, okay? And we're going to get Sean from First Class Heating and Air to spin it. So you've got to call now at 337-7300, and all you're doing is saying, I am interested in winning. I'd like to guess a number from 1 through 12. They guess the number. If the wheel lands on that number, they're going to win, okay?
Yep.
All right.
They
And,
do have to leave their phone number so we can get
I
up
forgot
with them.
about that. Do have to leave your phone number, okay? And then you have to be willing to come pick up your prize.
That's correct.
All right? All right. Now, tell me what I'm missing, okay? We talked about a lot of different things, and I started talking about some trailer specials, okay? And I want to make sure that we get the word out that today is the last day of the month, and I've got a crazy offer. So listen up. This offer is going to be only if you call and say, I'm coming today. I'm going to name 4 trailers, so please listen good. If you are in the market for a utility trailer at all and you can buy one today, here is the deal of a lifetime, all right? One is a 16-foot landscape trailer. It's got brakes on both axles. It's got a treated wood floor, a ramp gate. It's 76 inches between the fenders. The only reason I say that is there's some brands out there that are 72 inches between the fenders. So this is 76 inches between the fenders.
Yep.
I say it has 2 brake axles because some brands only have brakes on 1 axle. God bless you, Colin. Okay, we need to get that man some nasal spray, all right? He's having a hay fever attack. But anyway, it's a 16-foot landscaper, brand new. What is it, 2016? And it's $2,297, okay? Now, here's what you get for free. But I'm going to name 4 trailers, and all 4 of these trailers, if you buy it today, you will get all this stuff free with the purchase of one of these trailers. So the first thing you get for free, I don't know where it's at, this Works blower. Can somebody get me one of them, please?
Brandon is right behind you with it.
All right. So this Works blower is brand new. It's a Works blower, okay? It's good for blowing the cobwebs. I'll tell you what it's real good for is blowing grass clippings off your sidewalk or your, driveway or something like that. So you get
A light snow also.
a light snow.
Yeah.
You mean creating one?
No, as in
Oh, like
clearing-
blowing your vehicle off. Car dealers probably would love this. So when it snows, they can go out there and, blow it off the cars or yourself, in other
Exactly.
words. But anyway, it's a brand new Works blower. Comes with a battery and a charger. You get a second battery free. That is going to be absolutely free, that item. Then the other item is the spare tire and wheel. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just hold it up a little bit. You get a spare tire and wheel for the trailer absolutely free. Over this way. How's that? Is that better? Okay. You get a spare tire and wheel. What's the other thing I'm giving away? A kayak. I don't think you can hold that up. But anyway, so here's what you get. You get a spare tire and wheel. You get the Works blower. And you get a kayak. Is he going to hold that thing up?
He is going to hold that
You're
thing
going to
up.
sit there and let him hold that kayak all by himself. This poor young man.
It's great to see him doing some real work.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Brotherly love there.
It is.
All right. So here's what I'm saying to you, folks. I know this sounds complicated. Today and today only, if you call and leave your name and number and say, I'm on my way, I'll be there at 9 o'clock or whenever. You got till 1 o'clock. If you buy one of these 4 trailers, I'm going to name 4 trailers. If you buy one of these trailers today, I will give you the kayak, the blower, and the spare tire and wheel free with the purchase of that trailer. Here we go. The first trailer is a 16-foot landscape trailer for $2,297. If you buy one of them, you get all 3 items absolutely free with the purchase. The second thing is a Master Tow landscape trailer, all box tube and frame, 6x12, 76 inches wide, 12 foot long. It's $2,247, $2,247, powder coated, paint, all box tube and frame. It has double rails on the side. You buy one of them, you get all 3 items free. Then I got a 6x10 enclosed trailer with double doors and a side door for $2,549. You buy one of them today, you get all 3 of these items free. And the last thing is a 7x14 enclosed trailer for $4,247. You buy one of them today, you get all 3 things free. So what were the 3 things you get free? A Works blower with 2 batteries and a charger, an 8-foot kayak, doesn't come with a paddle, doesn't come with a life jacket, just the kayak, and a spare tire and wheel for the trailer you buy. You get all 3 of those items free. That's almost $400 worth of merchandise absolutely free if you buy the 16-foot landscaper or the 12-foot Master Tow landscaper or the 6x10 carry-on enclosed or the 7x14 Lark enclosed. If you buy any one of those trailers today, you get all 3 of those items absolutely free. Absolutely free. All you got to do, I've never made an offer that strong, ever. Have I, Brooks?
No, not at all.
Ever, 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 ever. But I need to sell 12 trailers minimum today, okay? They've got to be done and in today's bookkeeping. You got to call, leave your name and number, and say, I'm coming. 337-7300, and you are eligible for that offer. Did that sound extreme enough, Brooks?
I think so.
Okay, and don't forget, we are here starting at 9 o'clock. We will be open, and we are ready to do some wheeling and dealing within reason, okay? Every time I say that, people make an offer. We can't do it. They get all bent out of shape, and then we got to get them unbent. It is America, okay? So if you make us an offer and we can do it, we're going to do it. But if we can't do it, please, no whining. This is a no whining zone. Is that okay? Because they don't whine, do they, Brooks?
No,
They
don't
get
want-
mad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they come unglued. So we can't do that today, all right? It's going to be a fun day, all right? Can I talk about L&W Insurance Agency?
Yes.
LNW.
Lighten
What?
the tone.
Lighten the tone. Back down, Jim. Come on now. It's all supposed to be fun. L&W Insurance Agency. Here's the deal. They're my insurance company. And you say, man, I have never met a man that likes his insurance company or likes his accountant. I like my insurance company. L&W is a great place to deal, whether you need auto insurance or health insurance or whatever kind of insurance you need. L&W Insurance Agency will take care of you. They offer auto, home, health, life, commercial, whatever. So they deal with businesses, they deal with individuals. So if you need insurance and you want to talk to a company that will work with you, that answers the phone when you call, that speaks a language you understand, L&W Insurance Agency has been serving Delaware for over 60 years. So give them a call. The phone number is 856-7828, 856-7828. Okay, give them a call. They are one of the largest independent agencies in Delaware. They're on the web at lwinsurance.com, and they'll take good care of you. What I like is if you call during normal business hours, you get a live human being. And I say, I need some help with something, and they steer me in the right direction. There's like 40 or 50 people work up there. It's like a mini army. So if you need insurance, have any insurance questions, want to get a second opinion on what you have, give them a call. It's L&W Insurance Agency at 856-7828, lwinsurance.com on the web. Now, I had Barry spin the wheel. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Brooks?
It was a lot of fun.
All right. What do you think of those specials on them trailers?
Those are insane.
They are insane. And maybe nobody will take advantage, and maybe somebody will. You know what I mean? But those are the most extreme offers we have ever offered anybody. Now, we're going to be open here at 9 o'clock. Is that
That's
right?
correct, yep.
And we're going to be here till 1 o'clock. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Can I talk real quick about Dr. T?
Yes.
All right. Our favorite chiropractic friend. This is Peninsula Chiropractic Center. My goodness, we love dealing with them. Everybody that works for me that goes there loves going there. They do massage therapy. They do chiropractic therapy. It's like a whole, like a wellness center, you know.
Absolutely.
They also can talk to you about different things. They're very personable. So if you've been to a chiropractor and not quite got the results you were hoping to get, check them out. It's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. If you've never been to a chiropractor in your life and you say, you know what, I don't know if it's for me, I'm scared to death, but I want to give it a try, give them a call. If you don't know what your insurance covers or doesn't cover, they can help you with that also. You can call and talk to Joyce and say, Joyce, here's what insurance I got. What does it cover? What doesn't it cover? And she will help you out with that. So it's called Peninsula Chiropractic Center. They're on Route 13 in Seaford. Phone number is 629-4344, 629-4344. On the web, it's PeninsulaChiroCenter.com. Dr. T, Dr. Trillia, and Dr. Bud, they're both really great chiropractors. They do a great job, and everybody that I've met that has dealt there just loves them. They've been in business 25, 30 years, and they just do a good job. So anyway, it is PeninsulaChiropracticCenter.com at 629-4344. So anyway, if you are watching on TV and you have to go, you can tune us in on the radio at Delaware 105.9. If you are watching on the stream and you got to go, you can always go back to the stream later, which is wellerdoesdelmarva.com, and you can watch the show live or you can watch it later. So anyway, we're going to have Gary Corman coming up from Millman's Appliances in a few minutes because he's going to be on with me after 8 o'clock, and I think we're going to have a word with Colin Walls right after 8 o'clock. So anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on. It's been a very busy morning. We thank you for the calls. I don't know how many we've got. We've never in our life got this many phone calls, okay? Mm-hmm. It's the last day of the month. Weller's is going to be open at 9 o'clock, and we desperately need to sell some trailers. We're not going out of business or anything, but if we don't sell some trailers, we may go out of business. Just for the heck of it, okay? No,
I don't like the sounds of that.
No, I'm just messing with you. Just seeing if you're even listening to me there, Brooks.
I'm paying attention.
But it's the last day of the month, folks, and we're just like everybody else. We got goals and quotas and so on, and we want to hit them. We're going to take a quick break from the radio, and we're going to stay right with you on TV and on the stream. So we'll be right back in a couple minutes on the radio with more Weller Does Delmarva. And for those watching on My Cozy TV, we thank you for tuning in. Colin, have you been busy?
Yeah. Personally, I've been busy, and the
show has been
Wall
busy.
Service Center's been busy. The
There you
show
go.
has been busy today.
Have you ever seen anything like this show?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's really
It has
fun. I
been
mean,
fun.
and we've got another hour to go.
Oh, my gosh.
The wheel is really fun.
The
and
wheel
giving
is
away,
really-
the people calling in.
Is it too complicated?
It must not be. People are calling in.
I've never had this many phone calls.
I've never seen
I wanna
something
give away
so
a kayak
complicated
today.
in my life. It would be easier to go work a full day and just buy whatever than to go through all the...
All the gyrations. They're gyrations. That's why we have a chiropractor on standby, okay? But anyway, so we're going to have Gary Corman on in a couple minutes from Millman's Appliances. He's got a lot of stuff to talk to us about.
Oh, you're getting
what?
choked up.
I'm
even
getting all choked
thinking
up.
about him. Wow.
Yeah, so excited. But anyway, so let's talk about, what do you want to talk about? Wall Service
We can talk
Center?
about Wall Service Center for a couple
All right.
minutes. Yep,
You're
so-
going to open here 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, just a couple minutes. Casey should
minutes.
be there with the
All right.
doors unlocked, and
All right.
the guys are flowing in and getting the shop open and ready to do some business. We've got a lot going on there right now. We would love to have a lot more going on.
Now, most people make an appointment. Is that right?
Most people make an appointment,
All right.
but you don't have to.
Okay, but if you can, that's good. If not,
Right.
I think you're saying it like this. If we could schedule an appointment, we'd prefer. But if you need us, we're there.
Right. You know, if we can
Basically.
guarantee you a time, that's works out much better for us and especially for the customer.
Because they can do that online.
Yeah, they can go to wallservicecenter.com online, and upper right-hand corner, there's a little button there. You can click on it and tell us your name and if you
Put your
wanna-
phone number.
phone number and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, if you're a current customer and you give us
Okay.
your email address, you'll actually be able to go in. You can get all the service records for your car.
Oh, that is so nice.
It's very nice. And you can schedule an appointment through that also. It's a different
Okay.
type of portal
Okay.
or whatever.
Can I ask you about your warranties?
Yes.
One time you said this about if somebody gets a new air conditioning
Oh,
system
are you
put
getting
in.
ready to get me into something that I don't want to be in?
Well, you said it, and it just sounded unbelievable, so I just got to make you say it again to see if you say it the same way twice, okay? You said something like, if you do need your air conditioner serviced, and by chance you need a brand new air conditioning unit, I don't know what it's
Compressor.
called, compressor.
Compressor, right.
That it has a lifetime warranty?
Yes. Lifetime
That's
warranty.
That's hard to believe because that means the first one didn't have a lifetime warranty.
You're right.
So you're saying that
The factory one did not have a lifetime
You're
warranty.
saying
right.
that you would give somebody a longer warranty than the car manufacturer gave them.
Right. The standard warranty on a new car is 3 or 36,000.
Okay.
We're
And
going to
so-
give you a lifetime warranty. Doesn't matter how many miles you put on it.
Wow.
Lifetime warranty on the part, and as long as you own the car, that is good. So people are
Wow.
keeping their cars longer and longer now.
They are.
They're building cars better and better.
Yeah. So they're
They're
lasting,
longer.
Yeah.
And it. Lifetime
That's a
warranty.
wonderful warranty.
It
you
is.
know, in other words, and then also, just to run through what you do, just in case there's people that what was I got? I forgot what I was saying. I'm losing my thoughts. But anyway, I'm getting too excited at all the messages I'm getting. But anyway, I just want to say that you do oil changes. You'll do something as simple as a windshield wiper or
Right.
a bulb, turn signal, or a headlight out. But you also do complete exhaust systems if somebody has a muffler that's rusted out or needs replacing.
Right.
You could replace an engine if somebody needed that.
Right, we've got
Um,
one scheduled for next week, so you know,
okay.
it's a big job.
But-
It ties
but-
up our lift for a while, but we do them.
All right,
problem.
but like a starter, an alternator,
Sure.
A new battery. Do you sell batteries?
New batteries, we
Okay.
do brakes.
Oh,
Pretty much,
brakes.
yeah,
Yeah.
any service on a car. We don't do tires or alignments.
Okay.
Um,
But other than that, you would rotate their tires.
we rotate the tires, but we don't sell
Okay.
tires.
Okay, don't sell tires, don't fix tires, don't
Right.
balance tires.
Right.
But other than that, you pretty much do it all.
Can I tell you a story about alignments?
Yes.
My grandfather, this was years and years ago.
Okay.
He was looking at an alignment rack, an
Okay.
alignment machine. It's a lift that you actually drive on and do the
Yep.
alignment with. And he was talking with the salesman, and finally the salesman said, my grandfather's name was Dick. He said, Dick, I'm not going to sell you an alignment machine. He said, why? He said, well, because you're too honest. He said, what's that got to do with anything? He said, you will never make any money if you have an alignment machine,
Really?
if you're honest. Now,
Oh, my
I
goodness.
don't know if that's true or not. I'm not
Right.
saying that anybody with an alignment machine is
That's
dishonest
just a
because
story
it's not
that
true.
stuck with you.
But it's a good story that that the salesman knew that my grandfather was honest.
Very
and,
honest,
Yeah,
yeah.
just an honest man, and it's just an interesting story, like you said, that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's good, though. In other words, honesty, integrity, longevity. That's what Wall
Right.
Service Center is all
Yeah,
about.
since
Think about it.
1958.
Right. To be in business 58 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 422-8110. 422-8110. And they'll be open at 8 o'clock. It's 8:03. So they're open now. Call. Make sure the
Right.
phones are working.
Make sure Casey is awake.
Just
she's
call
expecting your
right
phone
now
call.
and say good morning, Casey.
Oh,
we
I should
just
give the phone number.
422-8110.
422-8110.
And just
is how I
call
say it.
right now and just say, tell Colin and Jim advertising works. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
That's good.
422-8110. Now,
Right.
what else do we got? We definitely want you to know you could buy some ads during the show if you
Right.
want to.
In this
Um,
time slot, actually.
Right, in this time slot.
Right here.
So if you've never bought a TV ad, if you
We
want to
need a
be on
break.
TV, we can help you. So just give us a call for that. That would be 337-7300. You'll get me. I might not call you back till Monday or Tuesday, but, we got a few slots left. We're just trying to get it filled up. So Monday through Friday, you can buy an ad from 5:30 in the morning till 7 as Dan Gaffney does his show. And then on Saturdays, we're here from 7 to 9. You can buy it then. And the only thing is we try not to have competing businesses is the only thing we ask. So you want to be the first one to get in, okay? There you go.
All right.
We got a caller. All right. You know who that is?
I don't.
The Donald.
Oh, it's from New York, right?
New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you there, Mr. Trump. I saw him the other day. He saw the picture of him waving to me. So anyway.
I heard he was asking for you. Couldn't
He
find
was.
in.
Yeah. He was like, who was that guy? I wanted to enter to win the spin. Enter to win the spin.
You
What?
said you weren't going to go there, and that's the day I said, what are you going to do when he gets there?
Yeah.
You wanted to go, but you didn't think you were going to be a Maple guy. I said, what are you going to do when he gets there? And he's asking for you.
Right. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to give him a
Luckily,
Weller's
you didn't
wood
have to worry
nickel.
about that.
Right. Didn't have to worry about that. Had a lot of fun with that. All right, everybody. Are we on the radio yet?
Not yet.
All
30
right.
seconds.
30
we got
seconds.
03. He
03.
doesn't realize that
3
we're in
seconds.
the opposite direction.
Oh, it's 30 seconds.
He didn't switch hands. He just crossed his hands.
Okay, folks, we have all kinds of things going on here. If you were here, you would find them very entertaining. But anyway, we're on the stream at WellerDoesDelmarva.com. You can watch it right now, or you can watch the show later. Then we're live on TV, which you're watching. We're getting ready to go back on the radio, which is Delaware 105.9. We are there at Delaware 105.9. It is a big radio station. Gosh, it's huge, okay? And then the tower goes way up in the air. It's the
All the way to the top.
all the way to the top. So it's a huge radio station, okay? It reaches everywhere, and where it doesn't reach, its streaming does reach. And who am I talking about? Our favorite radio station,
Yes.
Delaware 105.9. Where would Delaware be without it? That's the easiest way I know to describe it, okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, they do a good job from news to weather to sports to talk radio to the favorite show of all time, Weller Does Delmarva, okay, which is us. So my next guest is going to be on in just a couple minutes, which is Gary Corman, and we are going to talk appliances. I even think he sells other things besides appliances, so I'm kind of excited, all right? But anyway, it's a busy time. Did I miss anything there, Brooks Ritter? I don't think I did.
No, I
Brooks
think
is the
you
one
covered
that
everything.
keeps me straight.
Mm-hmm.
And what he can't handle, Dr. T handles, okay? So keep me straight. Keep me in alignment, all right? And can I talk about Mid-South Audio real quick for just a minute?
Absolutely.
All right, now this is a really good friend of mine, and I'm going to tell you what really good friends are like, okay? So let's do the ad, and then I'm going to just do a quick segment on really good friends, which leads right into talking with Gary Corman, because then we're going to talk about supporting local people, okay? But anyway, Kevin Short owns a business called Mid-South Audio, all right? And he's in Georgetown, and he rents and sells and operates and does things pertaining to having a concert or having a graduation or having an event, okay? So he can bring things for events. Like he can bring lighting if you need lighting. He can bring stages. He can bring platforms. He can bring microphones and amplifiers and wires. And he can bring the things that run the wires through so nobody trips over them. He can bring crowd control barriers if you want to keep the crowd back. So, you know, when I was at the Donald Trump rally, I was thinking, this is the kind of stuff that Kevin Short does. There was a platform and speakers and just all kinds of things and microphones and so on. So if you're having an event, I want you to consider using Mid-South Audio. Now, it can be something as small as a graduation ceremony or a birthday party, and it can be something as big as an event that has thousands of people there. He can handle it. You could say, well, I'm listening, but I'm in another state. That's fine. They travel also. They've got tractor trailers and tons of crews. He can be doing 3 or 4 or 5 events at one time. So he's all over the place. It's everything from lighting to sound equipment. Even if you need things like keyboards or drum sets, he rents those also. So if you also are an artist and you've written a song or have a song and you want to record it, he has a full-blown recording studio in Georgetown. So it's called MidSouthAudio.com. They sell things like us as far as the show. We just ordered some really nice new microphones. We realize what we have is not quite as professional as we'd like it to be. So we ordered some new cordless mics. We've ordered some new regular mics. We have a studio we're building. We got over there, and there's this big echo. And I didn't realize it, but he can take care of putting stuff on the walls to take care of the echo. So anyway, it's called Mid-South Audio, midsouthaudio.com. Phone number is 856-6993, 856-6993. And I want you to give him a call and just tell him hi. But I'm really happy with him because I want to tell you something. Kevin is a good friend of mine, and a lot of you know that I have been having stuff. I can see you, Jack Riddle. But anyway, sit down if you're going to sit. But anyway, I want to tell you about good friends. Kevin Short is a friend of mine, and I have been having some problems with my heart. In fact, I'm scheduled to go to Johns Hopkins here later next week, and they're going to decide the next step. But Kevin has been praying for me. He's been getting me connected with doctors over there. He's just a good man. He cares about people, and that's the value of a good local businessman, and that's who he is. So, with that said, I want to introduce my next guest, which is Gary Corman from Millman's Appliances. If he would come on over and have a seat, because this just flows right into that. Good local businessmen, people caring about one another, supporting one another. I'm going to give you this microphone, and I'm going to say good morning to Mr. Gary Corman. Hey there, brother. How you doing?
Good morning, my friend.
How's
How
it
are you?
going?
I'm
Good.
well, and how are you, Jim?
I'm weller.
That's a good thing.
Yep. So, anyway, I was just talking about Kevin Short, Mid-South Audio, and you own Millman's Appliances, and we're just realizing that we live in a small community, and community is about people supporting one another, caring about one another. We want everybody's business. Sometimes we get some, sometimes we don't get them all, but we want to be there for people before, during, and after the sale, and I believe that's what you pride yourself on there at Millman's Appliances.
I do,
Is that
Jim.
fair
I
to
mean,
say?
Oh, absolutely. It's all about community. It's all
Yep.
about friendship. It's all about relationships.
Yep. I mean, you got kids.
Absolutely.
You got grandkids yet?
I got 3 of them, Jim.
Do you really?
I do.
There's your legacy.
Now, I'm telling you, I love
Yeah.
them all. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the 3 boys, I'm really proud of my 3 boys. All 3 have been volunteer firemen ever since they were old enough to
wow.
sign up. They're over in the Lewis, and 2 of them, one was a junior captain this year. One of them is a captain in the
Wow.
the regular fire company, I guess
Okay.
you call it. And the oldest one, he is basically able to drive everything in the barn. So
Oh, really?
those 3 guys contribute a lot to the community. I mean, it's one of the things that we at Millman's, I mean, not only as a family but as a corporation, believe a lot in our community, Jim.
Giving back.
Got to.
Right. But that's we're the fiber of the community, in other words, But that goes both ways. That also means we really would appreciate, we can't demand it from anybody, but we would appreciate people to be, is the word reciprocal, support us. In other words, help us stay in business. Help us to be here when you come through the door and maybe say, can you donate to this? Or there's something that's happened or whatever. In other words, and we need your support and your help. And so, nothing against a big corporation that blows into town and so on, but there's no way they can be as personal as we can. In other words,
They can't be, Jim,
That's-
and they never will be. It's
right.
no fault.
It's not
to
their thing.
It's no fault to the good people who have jobs there or anything
Right.
like that, Jimmy. That's not what we're saying. But as a fellow businessman, you and I both understand what it takes for us as a community to thrive as a community.
Mhm.
If people are going to need our goods or services or our generosity, yeah, we would like to earn your business.
Mhm.
You and I both are on the same accord with that. We provide an excellent service, a tremendous inventory,
Mhm.
and not only that, I think we're pretty good guys.
Yeah, I agree. If I have to say so myself. Can I tell a story? I was just there the other day.
Sure, absolutely.
Something that you've done with me twice that I was really amazed with. I went to your business. I was going to deal with you either way. But you're telling me about, I just recently purchased a dryer from you. And so you're telling me about the dryer, and you're telling me all the benefits and features. But before you did that, you said, just tell me, how long do you want it to last? Are you possibly going to move? Is your wife really into all the gadgets and technological stuff, or does she want it just simple? In other words, and so we narrow it down. Do you want the door to swing down, the door to swing out, and all those different things? So it was almost like, and we have that here when we ask all these questions, and it's not that we're being nosy. We're just trying to steer you in the right direction. Now, unlike I've been in some places where you hear over the intercom, they're just begging somebody to get to the department to wait on somebody, and then when somebody gets there, they don't even act like they want to wait on you. You were very courteous, you spent time, but something else you did that somehow your computer system, you looked this item up and you said, okay, here's, I don't know if you said this is the manufacturer's retail price or whatever, but I just want to let you know it's available at other places for this, and so that's exactly what we're going to sell it to you for. Did I say that right?
You absolutely did.
I was like, how could you be that in tune with the World Wide Web and everybody else's prices? And you just said, yep, here's what you can get it for elsewhere. So let's take the mystery out of this. Here's the price.
I give everybody every opportunity and reason to shop with me, Jim. It starts with the personal experience, as you have identified. It talks about, we talk about the 54 brands we have. We talk about knowing the features of those brands and how they fit into a person's absolute
And
need.
you did.
That's correct.
I'm like, you didn't just have them in stock. You knew about them.
We have 157,000 products at our store,
Really?
and we know about every single one of them.
Wow.
And it's my job and our job as a team. We meet once a week as a team, and we talk about our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities. We talk about not leaving anyone behind us in our wake.
Wow.
We talk about our corporate responsibility, our community responsibility. We talk about our ethics and our values. We talk about these things. These
Wow.
things are
As a
important
team.
to us. As a team.
Right.
I don't care if you're sweeping the warehouse. You're an equal member at that table. And we do
Wow.
that once a week, and we've been committed to that for years.
Wow. But it's a family-owned, family-operated business.
You won't find
You
that
know.
happen at Home
No.
Depot or Lowe's.
Right,
But,
right.
the thing here is, Jimmy, not only do we have this selection, we have the service after sale, and we're real
Mm-hmm.
serious about that. We have the best website in the entire
I was
industry.
noticing that. I mean, very user-friendly. You just breaks it right down to where do you want to go and what are you looking for, and even if you want to sort by a certain price range or whatever.
Well, the thing here is, it took me 8.5 years to develop that piece of software.
So you were involved in that.
Oh, most certainly.
Okay.
There's a company that's now running that has used that kind of as their baseline nationwide.
Okay.
He's out of Arizona. So that 8.5 years of planning is now in execution across some of the best businesses.
And
But-
and you somehow figured out what other people's prices were the minute you looked up this item, okay? So does your prices change, or is that just when somebody talks to you, or how does that work?
Every 19 minutes, Jimmy.
Every 19 minutes.
I have spiders that go out every 19 minutes and capture my national competition's pricing. And it
That's
backs
ingenious.
and it backs into my profit center, and it says I can do this or I can't. So
So if there's, because sometimes people think, like I'll just say it here, sometimes people think if you come to Weller's, you're going to spend more money because we spend more time with you and we touch it and we take it out of the box and we talk to you about it. You're saying, no. We're going to give you all that service. We're going to give you the service that the big box store couldn't even begin to give you. So we're going to give you that service, but don't worry about the price because every 19 minutes our website is checking everybody else's prices and we're adjusting accordingly.
you're talking to one of the biggest retail appliance dealers in the Northeast.
Well, I
We're
can
in
tell
the
by your
top.
showroom.
We're in the top 94.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
That website's got to be a lot to do with it.
The website has changed the whole game
I would
because
say.
now we've taken price out of the equation. It's all about service, presentation, and knowledge.
Yep.
And then when we back that with a free 10-year major component warranty, we're just saying thanks for doing business with us.
Right.
How can you go wrong?
Right. 10 years. Well, that's pretty good. Now, how far do you go? Let's just hit that. I mean, how far reasonably do you guys do business?
If there's a customer out there that needs me, I'm there.
Wow. Okay. Now, phone number? What's a good way to reach people?
302-645-6215. Our store never closes, www.melmansappliances.com.
MillmansAppliances.com. Now, do people, I have to ask you, I hope I'm not going to mess you up here. Do you sell grills?
I do. I sell plenty of them.
Okay, because I saw, I don't know if it was a thing laying there on the thing that had some really neat looking grills. Are they Weber?
I sell Weber, DCS,
Okay.
Lynx,
Okay.
Viking.
So, but is there such a thing as delivering a grill, or am I really getting out of line here? In
I
other
free
words,
delivery and free assemble grills.
because I can't imagine that. In other words, so if a guy or a gal buys a grill, you will deliver it and assemble it.
You better betcha.
Wow. Okay.
Put it on your deck for you or wherever you want it.
Are they in stock, or does it take weeks to get them?
But I have a system worked out, Jimmy, to where I have the best delivery system in the industry.
Wow.
Myself and 93 other dealers got together years ago and
Okay.
created a cooperation.
Okay, that's a
And
good idea.
basically, we have a corporation that sits up in New York, out
Okay.
on Long Island, and it's staffed with a very few people,
Okay.
but they're very effective. We've got a very good system.
Well, to me, it seems like you're very good with systems.
We are.
Okay.
We are.
And they're working,
They do work.
and your
Thank God.
customers benefit.
Then they should,
Right.
you know. So
So-
when you ask me how far do I go, Jimmy,
Okay.
I got a kitchen 2 weeks from now going to Boca Raton, Florida. I'm not
Really?
delivering that, but it's
Okay.
going to Boca Raton.
I thought we
I've-
were going on a trip
I've had
together.
them going to Texas. I've had them go all through Pennsylvania. I've had things go everywhere around. I
No
can think
kidding.
of.
All right. So really, it's just a matter of giving you a call, talking about what you need. If you found it somewhere else and you think it's cheaper, don't let that affect you. We need to engage in a conversation. First, find you the right product, and then the price will follow. Don't worry.
It's cheaper until you need service.
And then it was expensive.
And I don't charge any different, but it's cheaper until you need service because I only
Okay.
service what I sell
Okay.
in warranty.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I have factory trained technicians that do that for me. I will not service any other people's things in warranty. And trust me, when it comes out of the factory bad and you want a real headache, start calling 1-800 somewhere.
And then they get the lowest bidder to come service it for you.
And boy, are you in trouble.
Or boy, are you in trouble. Okay. So you deliver it. Now, let's say somebody buys a new dryer or something like that. What do people do with the old stuff?
Well, most people would take and trash it. We
Okay.
take and rehab it.
Okay.
We have, matter of fact, a young lady that came through us through a contact of Martin Donovan is going to be receiving a free refrigerator the first of the week. She's in a situation where she can use that.
I've actually seen people rave about you on Facebook and stuff
They
where you
do.
have helped a family in need or something like that.
The
and
key
so on.
operative word is they, not
Right.
we.
That's true.
We do our charity. This goes back 14 years ago, Jimmy. We take 3 or 4 pieces and put together one that works, and we make sure that gets back in the community for no cost.
Really?
Absolutely. That's part of
Wow.
my personal value proposition and corporate responsibility to this community.
Excellent. Good family man, good businessman, good man to deal with. I personally recommend you give Gary a call. Number again?
302-645-6215.
645-6215. Anything else in closing?
Jimmy, thank you for having me out
All
this
right.
morning.
All right. Well, thanks for being on, and thanks for the dryer. And I'm looking forward to letting my wife dry her clothes with it working instead of saying, we need a new dryer.
Well,
So.
if it doesn't work, you call me. I'll
Okay.
take care of it.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Have a safe day. All right, everybody. That was Gary Corman, Millman's Appliances. I highly recommend you give him a call. Check him out. He's got a beautiful store, and it's full of all kinds of stuff. Jack Riddle, you can come over here and have a seat if you want. Jack Riddle is here. He is going to talk with me about something in a minute. What is next? Did I do Jerry's? Jerry's Lawn Care was just here the other day cutting grass. The place looks beautiful. Another phone call. I have never, ever had this many phone calls. I thank all of you for calling. We are going to spin the wheel after 8:30, so if you want to take and have a chance to win something, you dial 337-7300, and you'll get your name on the list, and we're going to spin the wheel, and if you guess the number, you got to guess number 1 through 12, and then you may win something as simple as a kayak or as complicated as a tablet, all right, or anything in between. Jerry's Lawn Care is the guy who cuts our grass here at Weller's in Bridgeville. He cuts the grass, he trims, he keeps us looking good. It's a big piece of property. He does a good job. So if you're listening and you want somebody to do your lawn care, Jerry Santoro is a real good guy. It's Jerry's Lawn Care, okay? Local man, been in business over 10 years, good family man. His estimates are free. Now, he also does irrigation systems. So if you have an irrigation system that needs repair, he can help you. If you want to put in a brand new one, he can help you. He also does pavers. He sells and installs E.P. Henry stone products, and he's actually certified in that. So anyway, he does that, and then he also does tree work. Like if you have a tree that you need trimmed, a tree that you need cut down, a stump that you want ground, or a stump that you want dug up, or a whole lot that you need cleared, Jerry can take care of you. Again, estimates are free. He's a good man. He's a local man. He's an honest man, and he does exactly what he says he will do. So what is his phone number? It's 363-6025, 363-6025. Jerry's Lawn Care, JLC-LLC.com on the web. Jack Riddle, are you with me? There. You're there.
I'm there. I'm there.
Squeeze it. You got to
Good morning.
warm up to it.
Good morning.
What did you bring us?
Well, can I tell you a quick Gary Corman story?
Sure.
About 2 years ago, we had our kitchen redone.
Okay.
And we went and bought all the appliances from Millman's.
Doesn't he have a nice showroom?
It's a great showroom.
Yep.
And we had a problem
Okay.
about just under a year with one of the installed microwave things.
Really?
Yep. And
Okay.
we went back to well, I'm not going to name the manufacturer, but we went back to the manufacturer.
The 1-800 number.
The 1-800 number that basically told us,
Have fun.
Have fun, have a great life.
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad. So
Right.
Gary got involved
Okay.
and talked to Frigidaire and basically,
Okay.
oh, sorry, wasn't supposed to say that.
Okay.
But basically they did nothing, and Gary took care of it.
You're kidding me.
He took care of it because he said it's just not right. And so they came and uninstalled and reinstalled a new one and took care of it.
What a
And,
story.
I mean, it's great. I mean, it was never a question of I'll make it right. I'll make it right.
Wow.
I mean, and we did. We bought we bought a lot of appliances from him. But he told me when we bought all this stuff, he said, "Look, you have a problem. I'll make it right, even if the manufacturer doesn't." And he did.
Because
so that's.
what-
I mean, that's a good test. I mean,
That's
I
a
think
good
it's story.
testimony. But that's all about local businesses, because what you're getting is a human being. You're not getting some big stock-held corporation. You're getting a human being that
Right.
cares. You heard him say he's got 3 sons in the fire company. He supports the community. He gives back. That's what it's all about. You work with Community Bank, same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same
In
thing.
other words, all about community.
But we do have a big announcement today.
What's the big
The
announcement?
big announcement is: do you know what just came out,
Hot off the press?
hot off the press?
My winning lottery ticket?
No.
Oh, okay.
The Lewis Rehoboth Rotary every year does a trail guide.
Oh, that's a great
and
tool.
we print 20-some thousand of these books, give them all away. We've got some great local Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
It's a local advertiser. Maybe you know
Wheelers.
them. The Wheelers. Wheelers in
Wheelers.
Bridgeville.
Right.
You ever heard of them?
I have.
They sell
Kayaks.
utility trailers and kayaks. This book allows our organization to raise about $15,000.
This is the Rotary
This
Club.
is the Rotary Club, Lewis Rehoboth.
All
We give
right.
it all back to the community. I mean, nobody gets paid in Rotary. It's all, and because of some great local
How much are
companies,
these?
They are absolutely free. And
And
one of the very few places you can get these today
as well.
is at Weller's.
Because you're bringing them now.
I bring them. I just brought them.
Okay.
These things are still warm.
Wow.
They're still warm, and the only place you can get them at Weller's in Bridgeville right now.
All right. Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. They're here, and they're walking guides to a lot of trails in Sussex County that you can go see.
Okay.
And we got 22,000 of them, and we run out of these things.
Well, don't
every
leave all
year.
22,000 here.
You sure?
I'm pretty
Well, I got
sure.
the truck back there.
All right. Unload them.
But
Go
you,
ahead
you,
with
you
it.
can give these away to anybody that buys a trailer today.
All right. Free with the purchase
Free with
of
the purchase of-
anything.
free
All right.
with the
Or if
purchase
you
of
just want some free advice on where to walk and
Where
what
to
trails
walk
to go.
and where to walk. So-
That is a wonderful book. Thank you. You're a Rotarian,
I am.
correct?
I'm
So thank you for doing this, because
So-
before you did it exist?
No, this was our club came up with this about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been a great success. I mean, the advertisers have been very generous, and like I said, you look. There's not a lot of national companies in here. You can,
No, all
you
local.
You can pick out the names. You know, Dan Schleybaugh and
Yep.
Harold from Atlantic Aluminum. I mean, you look at this. There's our friends Dogfish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Matt at Quest Kayak. I mean,
Yep.
you're through this list. BB's in
BB.
here. BB took a place. Surf Bagel. You've been there. Oh,
Yeah.
There's a place to eat.
Yep.
Nanticoke Hospital's in here. Casino Wells.
There you go.
Rusty Rudder.
Rudder.
I mean, it's all local folks that are helping us get this done. Arenas Deli.
Arenas. Yep.
So-
There you go. All right.
So thank you for
Thank you.
advertising in it, Jim.
All right,
You
and thank
stepped
you.
up and helped us. The guides are here, and we'll keep bringing them because they keep running out of them here. Because you must have a lot of people coming here and look at
We
this.
do. We really, you would be amazed how many people physically come through this building.
So
They're looking for directions to Jimmy's Grill.
that's okay too.
So anyway,
Well,
but
thank
no.
you very much.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Couple last minutes before we're going to take another break. But our next person that's going to be on after 8:30, I'm going to talk up again for a minute with Colin Walls, right about 8:30-ish. But I got Sean from Dry Zone. No, Sean from First Class Heating and Air.
Yeah.
Kill me. Okay.
Can you reiterate the phone number? Because
Oh, yeah.
They're actually getting phone calls at the radio station.
Oh, I'm sorry. The phone number is 337-7300. 337-7300. If you want to sign up to buy a trailer today and get all those free specials, if you want to guess number 1 through 12, because we're going to spin the prize wheel in a few minutes with Sean from First Class Heating and Air. He doesn't know it yet, but we're going to let him spin the wheel. And if you pick number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever number it lands on, that corresponds with the prize that you win, okay? I want to give away a kayak today, and that's on the list of prizes. So we're going to take a quick break from the radio, okay? We're going to break from the radio. So if you're on the radio right now listening, kick over real quick to WellerDoesDelmarva.com and watch us. Now we're going to continue on TV. So we're on TV, is that right?
And we're streaming at WellerDoesDelmarva.com.
Yeah, we're everywhere, man. We're all over the place, okay? And smoke signals are in the works.
Brandon is in
All
training right now.
Brandon is in training. So if you want to enter and take a guess at the spinning wheel, you see it there behind us, okay? We're going to spin the wheel one more time after I talk to Sean from First Class Heating and Air. We're going to let him spin the wheel, number 1 through 12. Each number has a prize. So if you pick that number first, you win, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
And if they were watching earlier, they know what 2 and 7 are.
What's that?
The prizes.
Oh, they do. Ooh, I messed up there. I got to get this straight. I need a lawyer on this show. What?
Just renumber them in the next couple of minutes.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
Just,
You're
it's
not
not like
doing
you're on the
anything.
radio or on TV or on anything like that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, you're not busy.
I'm not busy. Gee whiz. All right.
Let's talk
What do
about
we want to talk about? Advertising, man.
Advertising.
Well, we had calls for it, believe it or
Right,
not.
we did. I know.
Okay.
So,
Anyway.
yep.
So if you want in, we're not filling up, but we're filling up. We've only
We
got
are.
so many ads to sell, and we're trying to sell you some TV ads, okay? Right here on My Cozy TV.
Right.
Monday through Friday, you can buy an ad. Dan Gaffney on Delaware 105.9. His show is broadcast on TV from 5:30 in the morning till 7. It's a perfect time to buy a TV ad because people are up, they're getting the kids ready, they're getting a cup of coffee.
And the radio show is immensely popular.
Big time.
Yes.
Big time. Immensely popular.
Immensely.
Okay? But anyway, so you can buy a TV ad then. You could buy a 30-second ad. You could buy 2 or 3 of them. Or a 60-second ad. Or the cat's meow is the 3-minute infomercial.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. And we
You
mentioned
just can't
these-
buy that just everywhere.
Oh, no.
In fact, you
We're-
can only buy it here.
Right. Well, you can't buy it in the
In the
only
Dan
place
Gaffney-
you can buy it in the
A
Dan
TV
Gaffney
show
Radio
and the Dan
TV
Gaffney show
and the
is
Jim
right
Weller
at
show.
this table.
Right. This
Right.
is the only place you can buy it. Nobody
Right.
else is selling it. It's us.
Okay.
But also, you can get this screen area right here. We did not mention that. So
Oh, I got my drawing. You
this
keep
area
talking.
here is reserved for where it says down
VIPs.
here, Weller Does Delmarva or the Dan Gaffney Show. But
Okay.
this right here is available. This is available for sale for an entire segment. Yes, there you go. That's my great drawing.
Okay.
For an entire segment, you could have this
Like
area
20
right
minutes?
here to advertise your product, your business. Yeah, it's probably about 20 minutes. It's a half-hour
He hates
segment.
it when I pin him down to that time.
It's a half-hour segment. So from say
7th.
in this show, it would be from
5:30 to
7,
6.
right? And Dan's show would be 5:30 to 6, but there are breaks in there
Right,
also.
okay.
You know, you've got the news.
So,
and all
but
that.
anyway, most of the show.
Right.
Let's use the word most.
most of the
Most
half-hour
of the
segment,
half an hour segment, you buy it in half an hour groups. So if you say, I want to be on this screenshot Monday through Friday from 6 to 6:30 during the Dan Gaffney show, you can be.
right? You can have this whole area over here with
Over
your
there.
product,
Over here.
your your
What?
business name, your logo, your phone number, anything you
Your
would like to
website.
promote, your website, yes, is available in this area. So
Right.
you just
And
need
if
to
you
give us a
don't,
call.
if you want to buy it and you don't know what to say, you could just put Wellers.com.
Ask for Brooks.
Ask for Brooks.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another thing that's available. So we got all kinds of ideas. You just give us a call at 337-7300. Leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Okay, it won't be today, but it'll be Monday or Tuesday. But we want to wrap it up. We've got a few people already committed, and we want to say thank you to those. But you can buy it every day. You could buy it every other day.
Right.
You could buy it just on Saturdays. You could buy it just on Fridays when Dan is doing the show from Jimmy's Grill. So it's a great opportunity.
But
And-
we got to let you know that there's only three half-hour
already got
segments
some
available
stuff
in
sold.
Dan's. One of those, I think, might be sold. We're not
Okay.
positive. So there might
I
only
think
be
it is.
2 left.
Right.
Okay. And then Saturday, there's 4 available. How many of those do we have sold? Is there one
2
sold
or
on
3.
that? Oh, 2 or 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's.
But here's the good thing.
Limited available.
Right, and I want to say, you could advertise every day.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, look, I got a limited budget. I want to advertise once a week. You can advertise every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday. In other words, we're very flexible here, but we want to wrap it up. We're only allowing a few people to be involved in this. It's not like, we're got a whole lot of it. What we got is all we got, and we want to wrap it up. We're looking for non-competing businesses if possible. So, probably no trailer dealers and probably no automotive repair facilities. So if you want in, let us know, okay? 337-7300. Is there anything else I need to mention? Did anybody call Wall Service Center and say good morning?
I don't know if they did or not.
All right, if you would, just do us a favor,
Yeah.
real quick. 422-8110. Just dial it now. 422-8110. What's her name?
Casey.
And say, good morning, Casey. I got your number off of TV, and I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you have a great day. That's all you got to do. Is that fair enough?
That would be great. She would love it.
And then that way, when Colin gets there, she'll say, I don't know what happened, but
I
these
was
people called
trying
up.
to take care of the customers in the office, and you had all these people calling
Right.
and interrupting.
We have
me
had.
and-
We have to be honest with you. We've had so many phone calls today that people started calling the radio station.
Were you giving out the wrong number?
No, I don't know how that happened. But what I'm saying is, we're having a good time, okay? And here's one more thing. I don't know if I'm going to be back next week. I got my first doctor's appointment pertaining to my heart.
Okay.
You won't believe this. I got the CD of my catheterization,
Yeah. Did
and
you
I
watch
can
it?
almost understand it.
Really? You can.
Yeah,
you
your
actually see
heart's
where it's going up.
pumping, and you see this stuff go in there. It's really neat. We
Really?
should have had it on the show.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, we're coming back on the radio. Get ready. All right. Now we're back on the radio, everybody. This is the final half hour. Some of you are saying, hallelujah. Some of you are saying, oh, really? Just only one half hour left? Sean, come on over when you get a chance. But we're here inside Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. And what are you telling me? I have no idea what he's talking about. He's over there holding up his fingers like this. Okay, and then sometimes he puts them like this. I have no idea what he's saying. And sometimes he does that. He shows his armpits. So anyway, Sean, how are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
You thought you were coming to a professional radio show, didn't
Always.
you?
It's always a treat over here.
All right. Now, we need you to participate in something in a few minutes,
Okay.
okay?
Yep.
We've got this wheel back here.
I think I heard a
and
little bit about
we're
this.
looking for somebody, a strong, virile, energetic young man
Okay.
to spin the wheel.
Think I can handle that.
Okay. Anyway, so your last chance now, 337-7300. You call that number and leave your name, your number, and your guess, number 1 through 12. When we spin the wheel, if it lands on your number, you win whatever the corresponding prize is for that. But right now, we are going to talk about first-class heating and air. We are going to talk about, I don't know whether to talk about heat or air.
It's hard to
What
say.
should we talk about?
Well, a few days ago we were talking about 90 degrees, and then the
Yeah.
next day we're talking about 40 degrees. So it's just, and that's just typical. We run into that. It seems like
All
every
the
year
time.
now, and it's we don't have seasons anymore. We have days.
Yeah.
So very, very important that the systems are operating well. I know that I think earlier in the week my air conditioner was running when I got home, and the next day my heat's running. The same day they're on and off. So a lot of benefits of the newer systems that they have that capability of running both of them at the same time. Or going back and forth between the two of
Right.
them. But this time of year, it's a very tough environment for that to be in. I mean,
I
they're
would say.
constantly working. They're switching back and forth. So servicing units is critical.
Yep.
Of course, we're in that season right now where obviously the spring tune-ups are all coming in, and
Yeah.
everyone wants to be ready for that. So very, very important for that. Change your filters. One of the biggest things you can do on your own. Change your
How
filters.
often?
I would say it depends on when you looked at the filter last, how dirty it was.
And would it also depend on if you have like a lot of kids coming in
Sure.
and out? or if you have animals?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
Anything
so
that,
various things.
right, you're going to have a lot of dust. This time of year, if you had the windows open, they're doing a lot of field work. You're getting a lot of dust in the
Yep.
house and things like that. So, it may catch a little bit more. The fact is, this winter was pretty mild. So most of the time, systems may not have been running too often, but you also have some time where the windows may have been open for a couple
Isn't
days,
that
and you're getting a little bit of there. That's a good sign, though. That's a sign of business. No, but you want to make sure that is the case. Take a look at them. I always say if
At
you
least
check it-
once a year, no matter
Oh,
what.
at least
Okay.
yes, at least once. A year.
But the big
Um,
question is whether you do it twice a year or 4 times a year, really.
And it depends on the filter. I mean, some people are changing them every month.
I
I always
didn't
say
know that.
check it
Okay.
every
Okay.
month. If you're looking at every 6 weeks or so, usually about 3 months is a good time to change them. But it all
Okay.
depends on a lot of factors that cause that. If you have a lot of people in and out, if you have a lot of pets and dust and pet hair and dander,
if you're
and-
sensitive,
exactly
if you have
right.
allergies.
Yeah, and you'll notice it yourself. I mean, houses are tighter, and especially new houses these
Yep.
days are a lot more energy efficient, which also means they are a lot tighter. So you're getting a lot of
Stuff in your
there and things like that. It's not good. So get that out of there, make it healthy. Do things like
Can we
that.
talk about plumbing?
Sure.
Okay, plumbing. Now, when I think of plumbing, I think of a busted pipe. So
Right.
do you do
We
that?
do. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, like, do you do like new hot water heaters?
We do, absolutely.
Okay.
We do quite a lot of those.
Okay. Now, but you'll do electric.
we'll do electric, we'll do gas, we'll do high efficiency heat pump water heaters. We
Okay.
do kind of anything that has to do with water, heating water. We've done systems that are tied in with heating units. So if you have a baseboard hot water boiler in the home, we put in high efficiency tankless boilers that
Okay.
do domestic hot water as well.
So full
So
service.
full service
plumbing.
on any of that.
Okay.
Exactly right. So
Now, I want to jump back to heating and air.
alrighty,
All right.
just like the weather, we're back
Yeah,
and forth.
back and forth, back and forth. Okay, but let's say people are listening and they have rental properties, and when something goes wrong, they're kind of tired of the people calling them, and then they have to figure out. If a person has rentals, can they get set up with first class heating and air to where their tenants call first class heating and air when
Sure.
something's wrong?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can set that all up
Okay.
with maintenance agreements, with just general tune-ups for the houses as well. But we do have quite a lot of people that will do that. That maybe out of town, don't live in this area, that have rental properties. Their tenants, especially year-round tenants, if it's more weekly or things like that, they usually go through an agency anyway.
Okay.
But those agencies will contact us directly. But people that have year-round tenants in there, the tenants, we know them very, very well. We're in and out of their house twice a
Okay.
year. We're talking to them. So it's more of like a personal relationship with them as well.
And then the person that owns the house can get a report.
Exactly.
Or,
Yeah.
or
We
whatever.
we send all the diagnosis right over to them. Obviously, for approval for any repairs that need to be done, anything like
Well,
that.
you
we're
could even,
constantly
could I set a limit? Could I say, hey, $200 or less, just take care of it, or
Sure.
or
Yeah,
something like that?
Yeah, there's always ways to work out and see
Okay.
exactly what it is. And some of the ones that have that obviously are on newer systems too. So full warranties that come along with that. You have a 10 or 12 year complete parts and labor
Oh,
warranties.
that's
So there's
right.
nothing
Yeah.
out of pocket. We just give you a follow up and say, hey, this is what we did find. By the way, may want to go down and check that because we found this in the system, which means
Right.
something else in the house may be going on. So it's good catch all for owners too to kind of have a little bit
But
of
first
place to-
class heating and air is not just a one man band. It's got
No.
offices. You keep good records.
We do,
In other
absolutely.
words, it's not up to me to remember when something was installed. I
Right.
don't have to remind you. You're reminding me.
Absolutely, yeah. We have all that. Everything is obviously digital these days, so everything is complete. We can get a whole rundown. We have basically a contact log history on any call that's done. So even if we have customers that call in to want to get an estimate and like, oh, you put a system in for us 4 years ago, I can go back and see exactly what was purchased and what the track history was on that and how many times it's
Okay.
been serviced since then and things like that. So it always helps out. You can see exactly what might have been the push at that time and what might have been important to them at that time, and then kind of tailor everything to them as
Wow.
well. So it's a pretty neat thing. But more importantly is it's tracked through serial numbers, through model numbers, so we know the history of that. That gives us a chance to even keep track of our vendors and our equipment type.
Okay,
If
see
we
what's
can,
lasting, how
exactly.
long, and-
If we can see that there's a trend of maybe there's a warranty issue and it's on a specific part, then we can go back and say, hey, is this
Okay.
something that's going nationwide? Is this something
Right.
like that? It allows us to just kind of keep track of exactly everything we sell and also, make sure we are offering the best products. We've used this in the past where we've had to switch lines because of, different issues and
But you
different
need
problems.
those statistics to
But
be
we
able
need
to make that
yes,
decision.
Exactly. We need to back it up with that. So everything's tracked fully with that. It's a pretty neat program.
You guys have been serving Delaware, Maryland for like 40 plus
40,
years.
Yeah. It started as a
Family-owned
family
business?
Exactly right. Up north, down Sussex County. We're still have a north office. We have a lot of customers that have houses down here and second homes down here
Okay.
that live up in Newcastle and Bear areas, and so we work out of our office up there. We go down to the Virginia line. We go over to the Bay Bridge. So we
Okay.
cover a very big area, but we're still a very localized company. I guess
Okay.
it's still core
You got
values
more
are
than
the
one
same.
truck?
We have a few trucks, yes.
A few
Yeah,
trucks,
yeah,
all
yeah,
lettered up.
all lettered
the men
up.
are wearing
yeah.
uniforms.
Quite a few on the install
Everybody's
side.
trained.
Quite a few on the service side, quite a few on the plumbing side, sales side, and everything else.
So it's a first-class company.
It absolutely is. Yes, all like you said, and the very important things, all lettered up. All who's coming into the driveway.
You're fully insured.
Fully, obviously, yes, yeah. For the many reasons you need to be,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's those are we run into that quite a lot. We'll get questions from customers that are getting multiple prices, just like everything else, and price is huge. But the value you get for that is something I can't.
Yeah, value
is
outweighs price.
Absolutely, every day.
And
But
asking if you're insured, I think is critical.
I think it's very important because there are a lot of people that will pull up into a driveway that may not have that insurance, and then they burn your house down, or they back over your
or one of their
something.
employees gets
Gets
hurt
hurt.
on your property.
Right. Yes.
And it was just a guy helping that guy that day instead of an employee actually on the payroll. and
Absolutely. Yeah.
So on and so forth. Now, when people call, in other words, and you come out, so if somebody's having some kind of a problem, somebody would come out and diagnose the problem.
Yes.
All right. You would give an estimate, I think, before you jumped right into it?
Absolutely, yeah. We have all
Okay.
flat rate pricing, so right up front, there's a diagnostic. We come in there, they find the problem, they show you in a book of exactly how much it's going to cost to repair that. We also have a scale that the service techs have, excuse me, depending on age and wear and tear on a unit, that they can say, all right, this is the cost of this particular part to be replaced.
Okay.
This is also, you see this. I mean, it's usually it's not just one thing that may be wrong. It could be a couple different things that
Right.
that cause the ultimate failure of the system. So you can say this is what it's going to cost to repair the system. The system's 8 or 9 years old, or 10 or 12 years old. At
Is
this
it
point.
worth it?
Is it worth it? And then you have a conversation with somebody like me that comes in and said, all right, you already know what we have for repairing this system. Absolutely, the cost of that is worth it. Let's go ahead and get it repaired. You don't need to invest in a new system right now, but keep it on your mind that this is something inevitably. If you're over the 10-year mark, you may want to look at, all right, well, is it
Let's
cost
count the
effective?
costs.
Yeah. So,
Right.
and especially with with the financing options and everything we have available right now, the annual savings or the monthly savings you have on utility costs for some of these higher efficient
yeah.
units, or moving away from specific fuel sources. This past year wasn't bad, but when we've had problems where propane and fuel oil have been very high, and you're going to a higher efficiency system or a dual fuel style
Makes
setting,
a difference.
you're saving that every month, and then that all helps you. And people get caught up on return on investment all the time, which is extremely important, but we kind of leave out the comfort levels. Kind of
Right.
leave out the factor that, okay, I have to have heat, I have to have air conditioning, I need it to be comfortable, I need it to be healthy, and all those things. Oh, and I'm going to save money at the end of the day, even better. So that's kind of the whole process. When we lay it all out, you'll see, start to finish. No one can tell you exactly how much you're going to save a month because no one knows what the temperature is
Correct.
going to be every single
Right.
day. We can get a kind of a very good idea of percentage-wise. Okay, you're going to this unit uses 20 or 30% less energy than the one you currently have. That's going to calculate in the annual savings too. But more importantly, total comfort, the value you get with the whole purchase of everything. And that
Peace of
feeling.
mind.
Peace of mind is huge. You don't have
Just
to worry
knowing
about
it's
anything.
right. Yeah.
12-year warranty is absolutely huge. So it's 12-year parts and labor on certain systems that you never have to have an out-of-pocket expense again besides general maintenance, which you should do on anything, is huge. So that's a big part.
And I would say when you're talking about things as long as a 12-year warranty, it's important you're dealing with somebody that's been around a few years.
That also helps very much so. Right.
If you buy something that's got a 12-year warranty and the guy's been in business 6 months,
Right.
you have to say, boy, I wonder if he'll even be around
Right.
when it's
what's
time
what's going to happen when I need when I actually
what's
have a
gonna-
problem.
versus somebody that's been in business 40 years.
Yes. Exactly.
So that makes a difference. All right, contact info, 934-8900. Is that the best number?
That's the best number to get us out there. The website.
Can people, like if they had an emergency over the weekend or in the middle of the night, do you offer that service
Absolutely.
too?
Yes. Yeah, there's
Okay.
24-hour answering service. So some of you are always talking to somebody at the office.
Okay.
And then they get dispatched correctly out. If you have a maintenance agreement, you're going to get right on the top of the priority list for that to get
Okay.
out there. But we get out there. Obviously weather is a big factor of that. So.
Yep. All right. 934-8900. Now on the web, I've got firstclasshvac.com.
You got it.
And I believe some financing options exist if somebody needs it.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Well, I want to just say I've dealt with them on numerous occasions, been very happy. So, if you want to discuss it with me or if you want to just call them, I'm a happy customer and I recommend them. So whether you need just a service call, you're not sure what you need, or you need a full-blown system or some plumbing or whatever, it's 934-8900. You in the mood to spin this wheel?
I can give it a shot.
All right, I'm going to need you to walk over
right.
there. I want you to take a practice spin first. Oh, you'll need the mic, so we want you to hold
gotta
it up there. We need to have
talk on there for a
sound
second.
effects. So we're getting ready to spin the wheel. If you've
right.
called, you're in. No need to call now because we're getting ready to spin the wheel. This is the practice spin, okay? What are you smiling at? All right, this is the practice spin. What number is that it landed on?
Around 3 for the practice.
All right, if that was real, that would have been a 15-foot extension cord, okay? But that one wasn't real. That was the practice spin. Here is the real spin, everybody.
All right, here we
I
go.
want somebody to win a kayak, okay? Spin it. Number 6 is the kayak. Let's hope it's number 6. Number 6, or what is it? Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Number 5.
Oh. Number 4.
Number 4, it's a brand new 2016 pack of socks. 6 pair of socks. Whoever guessed number 4, every one of you wins 6 pair of socks. They're all left-footed is the only problem. So you have to buy another 6-pack of the right-footed. Now, anybody that guessed number 4 wins a brand new package, 6 pair of socks. Sean, are you okay after that experience?
I'm good. That was
All right.
that was tough, but I got it. I think I handled it as well.
Right.
So
Thanks for coming
Thanks
in
again,
today.
Jim.
All
Appreciate
right,
it as always.
all right. Sean from First Class Heating and Air, good company, 934-8900 if you need any of the services they offer. All right, I am running behind, am I not? I did mention that you need to turn the knob up when you talk, Brooks.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, but anyway, I want to say this. It's the last day of the month. We're here to sell some trailers. I have one of my good friends, Jack Riddle's here to make sure I don't give away the farm, okay? But anyway, we want to cut some deals on trailers, so if you need a trailer, please don't hesitate to make us an offer. Be fair and reasonable. We want to survive the transaction. We want it to be worth doing, but we'll take good care of you. We're going to be open here in just a few minutes. We're at Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. Did I miss? Oh, you know, Mother's Day is next weekend.
It is?
I think it is. Does anybody know for sure? I think Mother's Day is next weekend, okay? So even though Brooks acted surprised, Robin, he knew it for sure. Don't worry, all right? But anyway, what have I missed? Have I missed anything? Wilson's Auction, I missed them.
Yep.
So should I go ahead and talk about them?
I think that would be a good idea.
All right, well, I'm going to go to the web. Jack, you can come over and have a seat, too, if you want. That's Jack Riddle. This is Colin Walls next to me. All right, now.
I'm doing the AV stuff.
He's doing the AV. Yeah, audio visual. He thinks he is anyway. Keep his hands away from the buttons. All right. Oh, okay. AVCs. All right. Now, Wilson's Auction. Go to their website, wilsonsauction.com, and look on the sale they're having today. My goodness, they've got so much stuff inside the building, outside the building. Starts at 10 o'clock today. It will go into the evening, and they've got everything from tools to antiques to exercise equipment to glassware to furniture to appliances, and it's all going to be sold today to the highest bidder. Absolute auction today starting at 10 o'clock at Wilson's Auction on Route 113 in Lincoln City, Delaware. I know there's a lot of road construction out there, but you can for sure get in and get out. So look for the entrance. It is there. All right. Then on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, they have an auto auction every Tuesday night. They have sometimes 150, 200 cars. You never know what they're going to have. So if you have something you want to buy in the way of an automobile, whether it's a car or a truck or an SUV, Wilson's Auction is the place. If you've got a car you want to sell, you can sell your car there also. Then, if you've got other stuff you want to sell, maybe you've got some property you want to sell, or maybe you've got, in fact, they've got a property auction coming up. When is that one? That one is May 7th. When is that? That's next week, next Saturday. Wow. 2 parcels of land. Check that out. One of them has a house on it. So anyway, I'm going to go and check that out myself. But anyway, so there's a lot of stuff going on. It's called wilsonsauction.com on the web, and they're located on Route 113 in Lincoln. They've been in business over 40 years. Dave Wilson does a great job of serving the community and taking care of his customers. His phone number is 422-3454, 422-3454, wilsonsauction.com. They'll take good care of you, whether you want to buy something or whether you want to sell something. They are a good company to deal with. We spun the wheel a couple times. We had a good time with that. We have got people that want to buy advertising. we have had some really crazy specials. Brooks, I want to hit that trailer offer one more time. There's 4 trailers that we have got this deal with, and here is the deal. If you buy a new 16-foot landscaper today, in fact, I'm going to make it even simpler. Any new 16-foot landscaper that has 2 brake axles. Is that okay?
Yep.
Could be a master tow. It could be a carry-on with a pipe top. It could be a B-Wise. It could even be an aluminum one. So any, what?
I have a question.
Okay.
Why do you always say with 2 brake axles?
Because a lot of places that sell trailers, and it's a trailer with 2 axles, they
Right.
only have brakes on 1 axle. The reason
Really?
is because they want the trailer to sound cheaper. But you really need brakes on both axles. In fact, you have to in some states to pass inspection. But from an average, I mean, I have one with brakes on 1 axle
So
too.
they get it. They can buy it cheaper, so they're selling it cheaper. But
Yes.
it's only got brakes on 1 axle.
Right, because it's
Really?
a couple $100 for that
Right.
second brake axle. I have them too. I have them too. I have some trailers with only brakes on 1 axle, okay? But I'm just saying that this particular special that I'm getting ready to offer is for any 16-foot landscaper with brakes on 2 axles. It could be an aluminum one. It could be a brand called Carry On. It could be a brand called Master Tow. It could be a brand called B-Wise. What are you telling me? I got 4 minutes left? Get out of town.
Yep.
I ain't even listening to
Gonna have to speed talk.
all right, I'm going to speed talk. So here's the deal. There's 4 trailers eligible for this offer. You have to call right now and say, I'll be in today. If you're not coming in today, don't even worry about this offer. But here's what you got. You got a 16-foot landscaper. You got a 76 by 12 Master Tow landscaper. You've got a 6 by 10 enclosed trailer and a 7 by 14 enclosed trailer. Okay, there's certain trailers. But here's what you get for free. This is the most important part of this offer, but it's only good if you call and if you buy it today. You get a kayak absolutely free. You get a works blower absolutely free, and you get a spare tire and wheel absolutely free. You're listening and you say it's one of those 3. It's all 3 items. Almost $400 worth of merchandise. I'm going to throw that at you to get you to buy one of these 4 trailers. It's that simple. Call 337-7300 right now. Put your name on the list. If you don't do it, you're not eligible. You can't have that offer, and that's today only. We are at Weller's Utility Trailers on Route 13 in Bridgeville. We are going to be open in just a few minutes, and we are going to have a smoking day. We are going to sell 12 trailers in 4 hours, and we're going to get the job done. So if you want to talk to anybody at the store, you're going to have Brooks, you're going to have Jason, you're going to have Brandon, and you're going to have Earl. You're going to have all these people in sales today. We are going to be busy. We will take care of you, but please be a little patient when you get here, all right? Now, I think I'm about done. I want to let you know that I'm going to Johns Hopkins, not John Hopkins, Johns Hopkins Hospital next Thursday for my first initial visit. I have 3 blockages, and I'm going to be having heart surgery, and I presume it will be after next week. So I'm hoping to be back here next Saturday, and then after that, I'll be off for a little bit. I think Colin's going to do the show, and I think Dan Gaffney's going to help out. Jack Riddle might help out. Brooks Ritter will be involved, his brother Brandon, and whoever else we have to hire to make it happen, okay? And we're going to bring in professional wheel spinners and professional Plinko players and so on and so forth.
Right.
What? We might not have
Thinking
all
Vanna
that
White
stuff.
is who I'm thinking.
Vanna White.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Colin, you holding up all right?
At least Betty White.
At least Betty White. Did Betty White just die?
I don't think so.
I think that was a hoax on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, another one of them onion things. Gosh, I'm tired. You know, the onion thing I loved the most was where the people fell through the pool in the Olympics. That was so ice skating people. It was hilarious, okay? But it wasn't real. I'm telling everybody about it. It wasn't even
Don't
real.
believe everything you see on
Wasn't even
Facebook.
real. Oh. But I can believe anything on the internet, just not on Facebook. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
All right. Well, anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching the show, listening to the show, advertising on the show. As you know, the fun meter is off the chart. We have had to have had 100 phone calls today. This is unbelievable, okay? So, anyway, I don't know what else to say. Is there anything else you want to say?
The wheel was fun. It was great. Plinko last week. The wheel this week.
What's
What next week?
Kegling.
What?
Kegling. We're going to be kegling next week.
What is that?
I don't know. I just heard the word somewhere, so I thought I would use it. Okay? It's something. I know it is for sure.
Okay.
All right, Google it. Kegling, everybody. So anyway, we've had fun. If you have any comments, suggestions, ideas, or complaints, dial 337-7300, and everything will be addressed as we get around to it. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, so we're ending with a radio station. So to the Delaware 105.9 listeners, thank you very much. Who was back at the studio?
Fran.
Fran, thank you very much for all your help. We're going to continue on just a minute or two on the stream, which is weller.delmarva.com. And, of course, our audience at My Cozy TV. I got to get Bob Backman back on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the guy that owns WRDE, the main man.
Yeah.
We got to get him back on here. I got some questions for him now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I have 3 hours, 4 hours? Are those the questions?
Yeah,
you
those
want?
are the questions.
It's more of
Yeah.
a negotiation.
Can I get paid more to do the show?
I'd put him on the spot right when he comes on
Right
the show.
when he's on the spot.
Right.
All right. So anyway, Bob Backman does a good job.
Great guy.
All right. What else do we want to say? We got some advertising opportunities. Thank you for the people that called. We will get back to you. It has been one fun, crazy, hectic morning.
Busy show.
Yep, busy show. Did I miss anything, Brooks?
No, you covered everything.
Did I really? Mm-hmm. Man, look at all my notes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right, everybody.
Say what you
I want to invite you to Eagles Nest. Eagles
There you
Nest
go.
Church has a Saturday night service every Saturday night at 6:30 and then Sunday morning at 9:30. That happens to be my church. I like it. I mean, I don't own it. I go
Saturday
to
night
church
services on Saturday night?
there. At 6:30.
Wow.
Followed by a visit to a local restaurant. So, that's where I go. What is he doing now? What is he saying? Look at them armpits. It's Brooks. All right. I'll see you. God bless you all. Check me out
Bye.
at wellers.com.